truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry, for the dreams that fade, we speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know how make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey Friday, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For so long, we go stand tall. Radio True Media,
one voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night, because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began more than neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth began, we know the play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
Mina Yusuf Jallo, the Cow Footprints, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live from Freetown. Na to the last.
Well, me fancy anyway for do what you say no more. Hallelujah.
Truth Media.
Truth
Media.
Media.
Truth. Yes, you. Truth Media. Join and Truth Media.
Truth Media.
Truth Media. Say una we dey watch Truth Media.
Me watch.
Una we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen June.
Una listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to so media.
No, Truth. You don't have the Truth there.
Okay, Truth.
Una we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to media.
Truth Media.
Media. Very no bad. Now, sir, anybody, Salomon. Yeah, they live or they people them for do any business for do some. Yeah, they live in the office. They not bad. Any business for do some. Are they provide for us for make any students them Anyway, for make all the confusion on the education, anybody for learner, anybody for prepare, any song if for the anybody.
Ayo nyabole sewo matonya ye pe gbogbo era o tonya ye pe gbogbo era ngatu ayabo ngeta wa to mi na ni FM we tonya ye pe gbogbo era ngatu ayabo ngeta wa to mi na ni FM Kamianga tura tonya ye pego kwego era we anya boda tonya ye mi aloma tonya ye le mi amome ya boda jagbe ya le ngeja ti anya le dwe mi do onya gongo lo tonya ye pego kwego era we mi atanu isi vena na bo rabo mi driver anya boda je bebu rabo mi wabido tonya ye pego kwego era Amiaga tole papa go titalo ba papa nebe da penegbe nugo ma o aye gbogbe cha wa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede be da mo keni mo ya de keni mo ni da keza keza me e bi lo to me gbo Amiaga pinga ayo nyabole sewo matonya ye pe gbogbo era o tonya ye pe gbogbo era ngatu ayabo ngeta wa to mi na ni FM we tonya ye pe gbogbo era ngatu ayabo ngeta wa to mi na ni FM Kamianga tura tonya ye pe gbogbo era we anya boda tonya ye mi aloma tonya ye le mi amome ya boda jagbe ya le ngeja ti anya le dwe mi do onya gongo lo tonya ye pe gbogbo era we mi atanu isi vena na bo rabo mi driver anya boda je bebu rabo mi wabido tonya ye pe gbogbo era Amiaga tole papa go titalo ba papa nebe da penegbe nugo ma o aye gbogbe cha wa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede be da mo keni mo ya de keni mo ni da keza keza me e bi lo to me gbo Kamiaga pinga
country. It's beautiful people.
Beautiful country with beautiful people indeed. Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 8th day in the month of July 2026. Good morning and welcome. Thanks for joining us this morning. Hope you had a good night and doing fine this morning. If you just wake up or you already don't wake, you maybe didn't update the school, your phone, or they listen to me on the radio. We're back on here. We're back on here on 103.9 FM. If you listen to me, a free tongue, some areas at the peninsula, and me man them Obalunge, Yeliboya, then say the breeze can carry the wave good day, so they can get to people in our eastern as well. Good morning and welcome, and we partner radio stations them right across some parts of the country. One for say good morning and welcome. Thanks for joining us. I want to say thanks to all the people that wait on the call, check, message, and they ask about the radio. Yeah, I know. Traditional media is still popular. People still listen to the radio when they drive, some when they are at home. Yeah, but most people can say we when they drive. The morning they know they. But yeah, we've been off for over 2 or 3 weeks. But we are on again, and many thanks to the technical guys, especially Simon and my man Ferenke, with our man and antenna man. We're back on here, hopefully. Where the gains can come, the weather, the equipment, the equipment is less peak, and sometimes the weather can bug. But hopefully, it will be a long ride. We'll be around, and it won't. We'll get a way to protect the equipment, hopefully. But thanks everyone. It explains how people they appreciate and people they follow, and I get a lot of message almost even our Facebook page. People were posting and asking questions. They not getting us on radio as well, and I know what it means. And one person will always send me message. Well, me nene. They listen to me on radio. She does getting radio, and so this Bentham she's not even asking again. It just send a long prayer them, for let the radio come on, and I'm sure she'll go hear me today, and they gonna say the radio don't come on, and are they expecting in WhatsApp message as well. So, but thanks everyone, and thanks to the team. Thanks to the team for getting this done, and we're back. Good morning and welcome. I hope continue to stay with me. If you they drive this morning, they listen to me. Thanks for joining us. We're back again. If you didn't know us, you didn't veranda, you they listen to me this morning. Thanks for joining us also. Truth FM 103.9 is back on here. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We don't infuse traditional media into mainstream media. Don't make it easy. So sometimes you can even be off here, but people can still watch you. They can still follow you. They can get the stories them. So that's one of the good parts, and how much we don't do online. Nafisatu, good morning. Nafisatu, can forget an assignment this week, safe. We are on with Facebook. We did close to 200,000 people following us. This is organic. Sometimes I look back, I think we get 197,000 people, right? I think now and I think we need to get on to 200,000 before August 18. So on the 18th of August, we actually mark a year since we start broadcast, and I think. Yes, now you can forget that challenge. You can forget that responsibility. Then see how people will definitely, how can get more people? Almost more people we need. Is it?
3,000 people for each 200,000 followers.
Almost 1,000.
3,000.
We need 3,000. 3,000. Yeah, that's huge number. Yeah.
200,000, sorry.
We'll see how it will happen. We'll see how it will happen. But yeah, if you watch this morning, maybe you can share the live, right? We can begin as people and for share. We live. You can share we live and get more people for following. We actually want to reach 200,000. Yeah, if we can. There's no pressure on anyone. I think we've grown organically. We don't get people that we genuinely because of what they don't follow we. So if we can reach that, it will be a milestone. I think it will be a record. It will be a record breaking for any established or mainstream media for reach that number day in less than a year or within 1 year. So we're looking forward to that. So you can share. Nafisa will get a responsibility therefore they talk about that and tell people I'm waiting for do and how can we get on to that. But yes, good morning and thanks for joining us and thanks for staying with us. There have been people who've stayed with us. They don't usually listen to in a radio because when the radio they off, they switch. They can easily switch to Facebook or YouTube. And we get a growing YouTube community as well. They can complain, say, we can forget them sometimes. We don't remember them here, but we get a growing community in YouTube as well. But thanks everyone and thanks for being with us. It is a pleasure. We need to take them for granted. We pray and hope, say, God will continue for give you the strength, for continue for come here and do the people's work together. We all for do this together as a people, as a country, as a nation. We all get a responsibility for make this place a better place. Nobody else, no one else can make it for us until we all resolve and agree and accept, say, politics for better life. The people who they give power for hold them accountable, for support them for achieve what they want for achieve. But as well, we should hold them accountable before ask them question. And there is nothing wrong in asking question, even if now you party in a power. Because if you party not do right when they in a power, you'll be affected. Even if they continue for dinner power, then come on. Not all that feel good factor, no more saying I'm a party dinner power. But that one way things and they happen for you. You don't need for begin run go you building for run after people and for let you get job because you party dinner power. The opportunities then for day for everybody benefits. So thanks for being with us. Good morning and welcome once more. And this is the midweek edition. We start the devotion with prayers as always. We pray for ourselves, let God make we better people. It's always a blessing for sleep and wake and there we for tell God thank you for that. We not for take that for granted. So they start with prayers. Join us in prayers this morning and continue for pray for we and pray for Lord continue for pray for we safe. Lord be better people. Better people can make a better country. Let us pray.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك لنا فيما أعطيت اللهم بارك لنا فيما أعطيت وأعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم لا سهلا إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك اللهم أنت ربنا لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
Father, in the name of Jesus, I want to thank you for the nation of Sierra Leone.
I want to give you all the glory and honor and adoration. Lord, I thank you for your mercy upon this land, Sierra Leone. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for your fruitfulness. Thank you for your love over the nation of Sierra Leone. Lord, I want to thank you also for the life of the President Madabio, and his family. Thank you for his life. Thank you for all you are doing for his family. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for your grace upon his life. Thank you, Lord, for giving him the wisdom, knowledge, understanding how to rule the nation Sierra Leone. And Father, I want to thank you also for the government of Sierra Leone. I pray that you give them the grace, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding how to rule the nation Sierra Leone. I pray, oh God, for your empowerment over the government of Sierra Leone. I pray for your strength. I pray for your grace that will be sufficient for the government of Sierra Leone. I pray, oh God, that you uphold the government of Sierra Leone to train them, to build them up, to help them how to rule the nation of Sierra Leone. Father, I want to thank you. I want to bless you. I want to give you all the glory, honor, and adoration. This I ask through Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. God bless our lovely nation, Mama Salone.
Oh, Salone. We done the cry for so long. Papa do ya we we done the pray so today the time don't come for make you answer. We tire for past being do. Papa do ya sorry for you. Because we sense the nonsense if we not get you presence. And if we been get drunk, we for don't fet for we self. But we not able. Now you capable for Pului Pandiskulala. The power you begin and the press. Do ya we need the pen for done. We done the kite. Do ya just make the rain for dumb. Can't help we love. So we rise. Let we not suffer for the one them where they dwell the country with their hand. We leaders them please guide them. Make them do good things from make we stand for the land where we love. We sweet alone. Talk then they watch we by the eye. Papa do ya pull we panshebo. Now for put months for we case. Lemo let's come on now we hey. Do one for we picking them all. Cause if we bring a trend, for don't vex for yourself, oh. But we know now you capable for pull whip and this kulala.
Good morning and welcome again to another beautiful day. You know, today we get so many important issues that we will get for look at and talk about. And one in particular, na cybersecurity, digital safety. As I been say yesterday, the social media landscape na a complex one. It gets so many advantages, so many disadvantages. It depends to how you navigate, you know, the space. And so many people don't know about cybersecurity laws, they don't know about digital safety, and even some are not even get awareness about digital violence. You know, people they do a lot, share compromising pictures, videos of other people without their consent. Even, it not necessarily means say even nude. It can be picture where something I not smile fine, me close bed, me close chair, like I've been say yesterday. If I not give consent for share, you know, for share. So many people and they do sexual harassment online. Imagine you text person, hi, hello, hi. For the first time, you know, ever talk to a person, like you call them, Facebook, Messenger. Then they amount to some form of digital harassment. But we get people that we get for can talk about the cyber law, where, you know, get for can raise awareness and also explain in details. So people go aware about that. But whilst we talk about that, we'll get to a national anthem and pledge as that's now a commitment to the country.
Highly exalt thee when on thy feet. Great is the love we have for thee. Family united, ever we stand, singing like great old native land. We raise apart and our voices around, that hills and the valleys the echo our cry. Blessing and peace be over the whole land that belongs to freedom and prosperity. My boots are angels above boldness, so let me go. So let me go.
From 1961, them still. From 1961, them still not change.
Will the Mamama village get their rights today? 3 youth leaders are still in prison since the protest against the bulldozer company.
Having heard the argument from both the prosecution and defense, I hereby declare the following. On charges of embezzlement of funds, not guilty.
Hey. Oh, this country.
On damage to community welfare, the defendant is not guilty. This verdict This verdict is subject to no appeal.
From 1961, them still not change the plan. Now all thing in we on. Now we forbid the change where we want to see. From 1961, with all the dreams and no plans. Now we understand, say. Now we forbid the change where we want to see.
Give we road for come true. Now we running out of time, now they wait for 1, 2. Every other day they get plan B. Red and green promises when all they ever come true. Gay now we Tony wa mulala. Gigi now we pay my way mojala. Now we mini result Alex and Asada. And we the youths and don't understand the matter.
I know you no good believe, say. So many good things there for we all. Do you know say no to your business? This time we the younger them for involved.
So make we count 1 10. Left the buck could talk and all the bad arts behind. So make we count 1 10. Show them say now we call down send.
We dey run out of time, so make up your mind.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
Salon now we all get we roll.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
If we not let it flow, the 18 they go.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
Salon now we all get we roll.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
Oh wow, if you know how in the pain. Say somehow, all these years has been the same. And for mommy, no focus on the truth. This from the depth of the heart of a youth. But the mood on this not time we do the right thing. Cause everything they up to you.
Let we left for fets we serve. For Monday we know the fets for we serve. If we only plan now for run go neighbor us for trust. Now we get for pay the debts for we serve. We boku minerals and we for better where we sell out. Now we for Billy Road, now we for make sure we not well out. Grab what you compy make you tell them. If we want forget we freedom. Now me and you go get for B Mandela. B Mandela for salon, not to region or party. This country now all my own, not to family property. We go 2 steps forward, we can 10 steps back. Salon for be paradise, not to pass we go na dirty. Okay, you go fix the road, me go fix the light. Other man go plant the rest. Fen water, then we fix the pipe. Billy O's, so we not go want you side for sleep tonight. I progress like this, so make the red and the green unite.
So make we count 1 10. Left the buck could talk and all the bad arts behind. So make we count 1 10. Show them say now we call down send.
We dey run out of time, so make up your mind.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
Salon now we all get we roll.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
If we not let it flow, the 18 they go.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
Salon now we all get we roll.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
We dey run out of time, so make up your mind.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
Salon now we all get we roll.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
We dey run out of time, so make up your mind.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
Salon now we all get we roll.
Now we forbid the change when we want to see.
1. Mambaksa apatang inangi. Confident for sotadia.
Nyabo desia. Party hindeji mwagi mwate uba. Na faye bo vuye emuna famala. Amoyagi adweji bebe.
Indeed, now we forbid the change where we want to see. We're running out of time. Like DJ Baskin say, if you continue for be fool at this time, this age and time, you continue for be a fool, you not get reason for live. Just die 1 time. This time, AI, technology, social media, every other thing. If somebody will clone you and show different person in you, change your voice, use your voice for do something. If you don't get that consciousness and awareness, say we're running out of time and the life for you to live, so it's not actually who and how you should be. You can live a better life if things are done well and then work well. You not got reason for live, just die 1 time. If you think say the people already do wrong, na the right people them, na they for ill, na them The people away, they give you pittance from you state resources. You think say they are the best people, you not get reason for live, just die one time. We for take with destiny in our hand, especially with the young people. I don't say that then I repeatedly. Watch the country. Watch how we do. The people in a cabinet, the people in a parliament, the people in the judiciary, people in a civil society, in the media, in a private sector, are all young people. Are young people and they run things. And if young people get the opportunity for do them things and they yourself forget the same opportunity for live a better life. As a say, Leone, it's your right. Forget the opportunity, this equal opportunity for they. How them people that we get power or people that we get other opportunities, them families and they live a better life. You self forget that same opportunity there. It should be there. We all not gonna live equally, but they think same way. They ensure you dignity as a Sierra Leonean where you forget access to. There should be job opportunities. Like what in the VP say, household income. If we're able to rotate, the mommy for the hook, the parcel for the hook, the picking and go live a better life. Forget affordable housing. Not to favor person they do for that day. Now the system government they make a work. Government able create all the jobs. They don't create the jobs. And sadly, we in our government, they employ plenty people. A private sector will thrive and create jobs. And until we do that, people come out college and get the open, get them jobs, get opportunities. We don't get plenty people they go temple run. We don't get plenty people they tell you say, QNet, go Guinea, go Mali, go Gambia. Haiti money. Get people over there and get hope and trust in this country. And believe say things can be better. But for later they be better, like what you hear from the artists them, now we for play we part for make this country go before. Now we for do waiting we for do. Because power belongs to us. Now we they sing, dance and turn about. Now we they do more, not to other people them. The people who they have power, not to alien them. They're a reflection of us. And government, now we all. Government not to say you get certain people and then a government you get other people and not to government too. No, you know they work so. You know they work so. You know they work so. And we the people and for understand say, as much as we the old government accountable, we no want replace people and we get political position. You know you get two. I can assess where people and can comment, where people and can talk, people that we can oppose government. We get two sets of people. You get people that they oppose government, possibly that the opposition party, because they want to take over political power, and they oppose government. But me and you will not get any interest in holding political office. Me and you will not get any interest for run for any position. We forget a common ground. Because we don't want political power, not so because I want sit on our office tomorrow, I want political appointment, make her they do this so. And I can serve now. If I want to work for government, wallahi, with all due respect to the people who they work in a government, I get plenty people who want me party within a government. I been on get plenty people who want me party who been in the previous government. If I been work in a government, not waking up at 4:30 in the morning, which something I didn't tell the member for week safe, you know, and ready for go work. I could have served. I've not had value, safe. I can add value. I go get people there. I go get me man there. I go meet bra. They are fence side for me. Then go most fence side where they put me. But that's not to me choice. Not to me choice. This is what I enjoy doing. And there's nothing wrong with the one the way they serve government. But the point I'm making is we will not get political interest. We don't want to replace people that we get power. We they hold them accountable, not so because we want to replace them, not because we want things them forget better. We forget a common ground. Because we interest is not politics. It's not to replace politicians. We interest now how things go get better, no matter how that they have power, no matter how that they provide political leadership, you get access to them basic things then they. Should we not care who is in power? We participate in election, we vote, we read manifestos. You go look somebody, think, say, yeah, this person, yeah, I think he can do better. You might get it wrong. That person they not go win, other person go win. But because we all get common interest, we not vote because we want to replace somebody. We want tomorrow party when they appoint we get a common interest, a common goal. We are for the betterment of this country, for let this country better. Because irrespective of who that in a power, we want we picking get quality education, we get better health care, better transport system, affordable housing, jobs. And we get work, get small thing, things they get better. Or if you're not there, you always go depend on people them. And you go put pressure on the politicians themselves. But wait there, whatever small you get, you're able to go home and share with your family, you're able to take care of yourself. When you get job, whatever little you get, we can say they sutra you. They cover your shame. If the mommy they work, the party work, they able to put one side, manage yourself well. But if you're not there, no problem. And mortal man, your life not for the you depend on people no more. You pass passing, you pass. It takes away your pride. It take away your dignity as well. They take them away from you. If now where you get for go see that bra, you don't know how that bra sleep safe. You don't know if inside get safe. Now pass passing gets before you get. No, it takes away the dignity for big person. It takes it away from you. So we the people forget a common ground. We're running out of time. We need for do better. We need for accept we can do better. We need for watch the people that we want for lead we. Yesterday I've been to talk about how man they don't turn this thing patch granite business. We watch on the man that we want be president na this country. Talek na where somebody they go buy patch granite na market, you can patch them or boil them for sale. For lead country, not so picking business, so a serious business, especially this country at this time. If we get things wrong at this time, we not put the interest of this country before and accept and agree, say we need to get people, irrespective of what political party, people we get the interest of, we get compassion. We don't want gentry and we don't want build more houses, buy more motor car, travel more. People that we want day between and solve with problem. If we not get them people in day, wallahi, me and you, we'll continue for complain. We will. We'll continue for complain about every other thing. Because we get people that we not get the interest of the country with them come, na power, na how then they better than safe, na then care about. It's not how me and you, how we all the better from waiting we get. Now how waiting we get, the better than watch the contract them. We still talk about contract we just sign in 10 years from previous administration to this administration. We get struggle now for review them contracts in there. Because the people who have been doing no put the interest of the country before. Them put their own personal benefit and interest them before. Waiting then they get. Now I make the struggle for review toll road bridge. Toll road agreement. Now I make with the struggle for look at $25 airport security fee. The struggle, a lot of agreements with the struggle. Ban IGR don't pull reports. They look at waiting with the loss. Passport agreements. Now I make with the struggle. Because the people who have been signed the agreements and they not been think say every other person for benefit from this. Now, how then they benefit directly from them? And then don't left with a number now. Then don't go. Some man don't go in order to power against it. Some man still they enjoy them. So if we the people not understand and agree say money not get for the volley then shape give you. But the system should work for we all benefit and better from them. If we not get that understanding they say it should work if we young people and go college, spending time 4, 5 years, 7 years and commodity, then forget opportunity for get jobs, irrespective of who that in a power. If we're able get the economist been tell me about middle class, and I was like, well, we're not the middle class, so can you say salary for the way you forget and how you for live your life. But we can do that. We can challenge ourselves. Say, I think we've been getting a plan there. Is it 2030? If we're able to reach, forget certain percentage of middle class people. But man go the drag now, but I think about you rent first where they pay where the year done. All thing don't go. But if they are affordable housing, where you able afford, able afford, you get your family, you did it. Nobody no go begin go fet for land. All man they fet for land. Go build na waterway, go build na creek and all. Because everybody want us. Us expensive. Once you get the land, you can put anything there. But me I'd always say, if there are opportunity I get money, I don't put myself by the declare say for go begin bills. Can just buy an apartment, pay for an apartment, live there. Simple. It manage your maintenance cost safe. But so man, you see man build big and for manage for maintenance house in a problem. But these are the things we should be talking about. When they do census, how census they inform we water system. We don't go build all side we they get water problem. It get for affect you now. The story they affect you right now. How do we solve those problems? How get that kind of leadership that we go lead with we sit down with we they with we get sorry at for we. Now we the people them leader them no they jump can almost so say na me sit down at this chair and I mean a leader. No, now they sing, now they dance, now we they vote for them. Anyways, we can take some stories and there is a very interesting story. I've been telling you about that lawyer. Emmanuel, I mean, man, it under some serious pressure. But I want to play that report today. Let's take the report first. Of Emmanuel, the story where I've been telling her how we get that story there. So there's this Newswatch published that story there. I think it was Newswatch, yes. And we see him, and for me it was interesting. I know Emmanuel, I've known Emmanuel for some time, and I know he's a very, very humble guy, very, very humble and quiet person. And I knew he did that because he wanted to send a message. So after I published that story there, a lot of lawyers we don't they go na that court there. Some of the close group they were there, some personally reach out and say, hey brah, I say that court day and only get light problem, it get ventilation problem. Say na place we can hot, you know, say we na court we can wear and all. Say place can hot, it's very uncomfortable. But you know, we've built a system in this country where even the people them where they talk for we, where they defend we, most times they're scared to come out openly and speak. Because somebody go feel say they want to make them look bad, they're going after them, then go victimize them. Now I understand say, they even say that they refer Emmanuel to the General Legal Counsel and then go suspending in practicing license and not go able to practice again. Because they say now he make the media publish his story, wife or make the media publish his story and all that. So we are not looking at the problem. Oh, for God's sake, me and you don't go na courtroom same. We don't go na the judiciary. We don't go na public office them. We just see how them place them the day. But we don't normalize. We just normalize and accept say na the standard this will get. Enough for move beyond this. If anybody see a problem and can't try for help, he's the bad person. The people who are responsible we for all accountable. They will not hold them accountable. Now the person we try for help with that problem, now the bad person. So let's take that video there. I can read the statement where Emmanuel pull. And Emmanuel put out a statement yesterday and for clarify imposition and all that. I'll carry that. But let me take that video there quickly. That reports there with David have been doing.
Lawyer Lawyer Emmanuel M. Kamara of Kagbindi Chambers don't donate 3 electric bulb them to Magistrate Court number 8 Napademba Road inside Freetown after we be observed say the courtroom lighting system no been the work. The donation been take place with permission from Magistrate Adam Ajalo in an inside open court. Lawyer Kamara been team up and announced the donation. As he been talk say, for longer term now, I don't observe say the lighting system na the courtroom no good. So he say na for sake of dande be make you donate the 3 bulb them, give the courtroom so better lights go there. This not to the first time where Lawyer Kamara they support the judiciary. Before this time, he been self-done donate 1 ceiling fan to court number 6. According to him, now for improve the ventilation and make the courtroom more comfortable. Magistrate Adam Ajalo been appreciate the kind gesture as he been talk say he been wish for make the donation be up in the morning. We started boku other lawyers and at the court go day, so then serve for witness the good example where them colleague don't set. This donation here so hopefully go help improve visibility inside court number 8 and add to the effort for create one better working environment for magistrates, lawyers, court staffs them and self members of the public. Now then kind small acts of kindness here so can make big difference. Lawyer Emmanuel M. Kamara in gesture they remind say for support public institutions them not they always require big projects them. So kinde even 3 bulbs and self-able lights the way for better service. For Truth Media, Mina Davida Spin Solomon.
Many thanks to Davida. We will do that report in this year. But there's this statement from Emmanuel. Let's read them quickly. Emmanuel, more like Kamara, entitled and did a certificate them and all. Solicitor and barrister of the High Court of Sierra Leone, Director of Education at the Sierra Leone Labour Congress, Employment, Formal, Informal and Industrial Relation Consultant. Bant Kedi Chambers. Bant Kedi Amimano. The public notice. Clarification. Unprecedented media coverage regarding the donation of light bulbs to Magistrate Court. Over the past week, I have noted a widespread media coverage regarding the donation of light bulbs to Magistrate Court number 8 in Freetown. I must state that the gesture which I made on the first day of July 2026 was born out of my personality as an officer of the court. It was not intended as a public stunt or to put the judiciary on an unnecessary limelight. It was not intended to embarrass anyone or to bring the administration of justice into disrepute. Whilst I did not induce or push any publicity, I regret the media publicity the issue has garnered, and I hereby apologize to the Honorable Chief Justice, the judiciary, and all the staff members that have been put on the spotlight unnecessarily as a result. The judiciary is a competent institution which is capable of managing its affairs very well. I note that under the present Honorable Chief Justice, the judiciary has leveled up its promise and potential. Signed, Emmanuel M. Kamara, Esquire. Me not so lawyer, me not so psychologist, but when you read this letter, you clearly understand, say, the brother Emmanuel, he's under pressure. He's under pressure for it because there is nothing where they say, Emmanuel not donates bulb. Yes, he donated bulbs. Yes, that court, lawyer then they don't complain, say, it's dark. And lawyer then they don't reach out to me and tell me, say, not only dark, they even get ventilation problem there. Well, Emmanuel don't apologize to the Chief Justice and all. But this is a system we have. This is how we are. This is who we've been framed to be. We can't pick up. We can be easily victimized if you get people them where they ahead of you, with them vex pants on. I understand, say, they call some big meeting on this thing. Then call meeting, the whole meeting. This court will get a lot of things for do, a lot of work. I've been telling you now so law school. The last time, some people reach out to me in law school and say, lights not been there, then generator and bug. Let me get a lot of issues then they. So I asked them, I said, can we speak to you on record? No. There may no one problem. Lady no can victimize me na so it's not just na law school. Even we home we need to allow people them for speak up. Now we community. now with social media, if you go, other people, they hold other people them accountable. We the vex panel like say they are the bad people them. Go now we colleges, students, then they struggle for things them. Now then college them, but they can't come out to speak because we don't normalize say for talk. Just accept it and move on. If you talk, no problem. The people that get the responsibility for fixing problem, then they win at the problem. They move on easily. We feel for Lawyer Emmanuel, and we pray say nobody no go victimize him. We go keep an eye on this story. He has come out with a statement. He don't apologize. We hope say he go end at this point, and he won't be victimized just because the media reported his gesture. And for me, like I say, I knew his gesture was not to for make stunts like he say or get some unnecessary publicity. I think he was trying to send a message, and a journalist saw that. To my understanding, a journalist who been there at the room see that and reports the story. We self see him, we thought it's a story, we reported it, and there is no crime in reporting a story. If facts are not in the story, we can retract and give the other side the opportunity for clarify. That's it. But I don't think anybody needs to be victimized on this. No one needs to be victimized on this. We all know the reality of with public spaces. Either at the courts, I don't tell you about you building. The other day I go to Freetown City Council, I see one notice there about the toilet. Then they advise people how to use the toilet. And I was like... Anyways, now we get other stories there.
Yeah.
We get other stories there for go ahead with before catch up to guests there.
Now we move on to road safety. We get a video where IB Blog Online TV post where they show this container where they go and shake where we can get that video there now. Now Locust Junction, I remember sometime where container before done I will kill people. And so many other times the way container on the photo, and that's something we very, very scary and not concern for road safety. We'll get the video now.
Pambu Jam, the call we ID blog, we always appear for the well, we see this container right now Locust Junction right now, and opposite Liberia Bar. We see this container we go show right now. We see the tire don't bust. We see the tire don't bust right now, and the driver. And then still they are not fine at this point. Imagine a way if it drag this container now, so it go with anything where happen with some or don't This really nothing nice, and I don't think they are all the cause problem. That is country. So authorities, government, I don't see a really need for the take note of stuff. The thing they get up to now, when I see no more now, all that stuff then, or even did it, then still the way, It's a very big threat.
Imagine. Wow. I don't really know how them people are, with this kind, how they can do. Imagine you go and drive then kind of motor like how they talk in the video. What if something happen, accident? I don't really know also how they can assess the motor car, how they can come out. Some they not even get chain safe. Now so you see you go and shake so with the passenger, you at all the poor, you at all the court something not happen. No, no regard for safety. And so many other drivers then lawlessness Bokuna Street.
Yeah, we don't see how they happen. Sometimes I can say, I don't get this same kind of experience the other day. It was myself, now Calbatong. I think I drive BND truck from Calbatong to Can Wellington. I meet a police officer there and try to talk to him, say, stop the container. The guy not listen, safe. But we have been drive near the motor car, try to tell the guy for stop. He didn't. this is how we dey risk other people in life, and it's tough, and it's on a, until you see them thing they are. If somebody tell you, you need to believe. But thanks to reminding our IB blog for sharing the video day, and we appreciate that. Let me take some other stories them. The Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Dr. Aisha Tamaroy, don't condemn the circulation of undignified video where involve an adolescent. We don't talk about Dandinaya. Very recently, there is a video on social media where people and they share. I think Nafisa to mention that Naya, one of them this year, and maybe don't they talk about how parents them can protect them picking them, and President Sef been on call for this ban on, say, for start that conversation. I don't know what you think about banning teenagers on social media.
America Sef don't do. I believe say Salon Sef, we for regulate how people and they use social media. And I remember last year sometime when the 16 days of activism, where the focal message where them be the focus on the theme of that particular activism, they will get for do with protecting women and girls now be digital violence, and there is a lot of awareness about how to protect women, them, how you forget body autonomy, then you forget control over what you do on social media, and how possible for even share your pictures, even if in a fine picture, not do it without your consent, but supposed for share. We get other stories that we will look at. China do donate motokare vehicles them for this media summit where they start this July.
Well, I see the parade the motokare from Wasaki. I think then the motokare na Cochrane now. So we na people are really lucky for get things them from the Chinese. And I don't talk about we get U building, we get stadium. We look at the foreign affairs ministry.
Chinese
we get
hospital.
Chinese hospital. We get the
Afrobe College.
Yes. We also get the Foreign Service Academy where they up Natawail as well. And we got a street light there out in Bingiwe up here. Now Chinese and do this road from Limcoquin, Tego, Jue. But we not the maintenance. We not people them we not get maintenance culture. If the Chinese them go you building, then watch you building. I've been to China. I've seen how them people they build their country. I've been there long years. I think it was 2011. But I've seen how then they take care of their country. One of the culture shock they were get now that I see midnight they were cleaning. Then I will tell you they up the sea. Mutuka them, then cleaning Mutuka them, they move around and they clean all over. But you see them country clean. But we don't get a lot of things in, but I don't talk about this light up here several times. Then lights here with them give we them been just done that road day from Limcoquin, go SS camp yonder that the junction. Place lights, where they drive, you don't need for put your headlights on safe. Looks so nice. But we don't abandon anything and they don't begin pull 1-1. Say they don't pull so. No one cares. Nobody not responsible. Now don't get 15 motoka. 15 motoka. I'm sure this go cut down with expenditure after this ECOWAS conference summit. It go cut down with expenditure on Uda for buy motoka for possibly. It go be motoka way MDs and go benefit from the one that we not get. But how do we maintenance these things? Not so magic. The people them Chinese them, other people them way they in other country where they get them kind property. I serve them long. I can always get example of people in private motocar. People in private motocar, they serve them for years. They not change them. But man, they work on governments and go tell you say 5 years them for change them motocar. 5 years them for all because of procurement for the people that make money no more. Unfortunately. They can't join with guests this morning. We can talk about cybersecurity, the cybersecurity issue we've been talk about this morning, and how for protect we picking them, how for protect we safe online, within the cyber losses, cyber bullying, and within the agency we're responsible for cybersecurity safety do. But before we take commercial break, let's take this video. The government is prepared for host next week the ECOWAS summit, the mid-year summit. The press secretary, Yusuf Keke Thomas Sandib, and then at the Ministry of Information and Press Conference yesterday for give some updates. They'll take this video. They'll take some commercial break. Then we can join with guests this morning.
We gladly we inform people and I formally say we go host all the heads of states them on the 19th of July. We go be on a Sunday at Lunge. But also before we go to Sunday, ECOWAS also gets what they call mid-year statutory meetings them. We then go for all. And then go start the meeting and day from the 12th to the 14th, where the first one will be the 39th meeting of the Administration and Finance Committee, when a technical meeting. The other meeting after that one day will be the 56th ordinary session of the Mediation and Security Council at ministerial level. That same day, ECOWAS SEF will also organize what they call the joint MSC and council meeting, where they will discuss on compact of the future, when are on the same July 15. From there, ECOWAS will also hold what they call the 96th ordinary session of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers, where we consider the chairman for that council in our Minister of Foreign Affairs, Alhaji Musa Timothy Kaba, and the chair that day. Then go hold that day from the 16th to the 17th. We've done all that they go happen at Freetown. They go happen at the Bintumani New Hall, where now the all meeting there go take place. We've done them statutory meetings there. On the 18th, we go be on Saturday. Residents also get for commission the new conference center where we don't build. Now, this new conference center, then go for Column Julius Mada International Conference Center. We press then get for Commissioner Lunge. We also get for commission the ECOWAS Logistics Depot. We also now part of ECOWAS their own capability. And then we're done for the 18th. After that one, and they will go rest. On the 19th, when at the Sunday, when at the biggest day, 9 residents go host and chair the ECOWAS summit of the heads of states them at the conference center. So now these details and then at the press release will just pull, and we believe say this not just President BO. This now about Sierra Leone. This now about we all from what we should say Salon get the capability and the capacity, we get the people there, we get the technicality, we get the know-how, and we get the leadership for organized summit like this Naya. But it also means because we believe in accountable leadership, as we go along, we get for take citizens them along with we, for make we also the inform citizens them waiting they happen.
Are you tired of waiting in long lines at the bank? Say hello to Omnolite, your ultimate banking solution from EcoBank. With Omnolite, managing your finances has never been easier. Here's why. Omnolite allows you to enjoy easy access to your account information across multiple countries. Monitor your accounts in real time from the comfort of your home or office. Rest assured, with Omnolite, all your online transactions are guaranteed secure. Do you need to transfer funds? No problem. Whether it's domestic or international, Omnolite has got you covered. Make multiple payments effortlessly with our convenient multiple transfer service. And paying bills is a breeze with Quick Bill Pay. Plus, schedule future payments hassle-free with standing order. Want a checkbook? Just request it on Omnolite and it will be delivered to your doorstep within 10 working days. Experience the convenience and efficiency of Omnolite today. Visit us online or at your nearest EcoBank branch to learn more. A better way, a better Africa.
When starting your day, getting fit is the first step. When the hustle starts, nothing should stall you. When it's time to plan your future, saving should be easy. When you're ready to expand, no room for excuses. When your child needs relief, waiting isn't an option. And if it's you asking, no isn't an answer. Because for us, when it comes to banking, it's all about you.
This is Yvonne Akisoyer, Mayor of Freetown, and I come for tell the residents of Freetown, Freetonians, dirty must go. So waiting we do about that. We will not pass that new bylaw. We mean say everybody for register with the approved service provider. If you don't know you own, then you for dial 8244 or go to the FCC website for find out. For call them, let them come and register you. Payment will be done using an app, online payment, cash business not a day again. If you want a bin or a bag, you will able to get them from your service provider, where they all now don't customize and make them standard. But if you want to use what you get, then they say, all right, we want to let everybody member say, this na law. And because na law, FCC don't sign MOU with the Sierra Leone police. Now then serve the EPRI for enforce. Not give you dirty to then push for them with the Allah clean salon. Freetonians, let everybody register with an FCC approved waste service provider. Let we work together for ensure say dirty must go.
Exactly. Yeah, Central boy. We didn't at the house like Toa. Bill I'm from scratch like Noah. Even though I don't know her. Follow Uda Sabi road, make you baby fasting behind me like a toa. Above the game, just observing all the drama. Rappers look up to me like I'm Victor Weminyama. I get big ego and I not believe in karma. Only thing where they go around and come around. Now this 17-inch Yokohama. I dey up like Leicester. My last one, not just the first semester. They already know I got something big coming, so they say it's in the third trimester. I switch the flow like a sound selector. Good girl want on the pressure. The girl say like man we get power, so I charge on the wall like Tesla. If they don't know what you dey do, a man them must suppose. Not able to do a man you do, a man them must suppose. But if you see how I can bust the shows, then you go no say need no day for juxtapose. But watch you bra, watch you bobo. Me not king na me city and the city where you come up. They not able to retire me, so now then the fence for space are the list of the one that will inspire me. Mirror on the wall, who that bad pass? I ain't really short, but it weak like back pass. Who that laugh first? Who that laugh last? Who that hop on the beats left empty? Kakas. Call me name if you want some more. I show up and make it rain and pour. This summer I'm back on tour. I'm live in London, September 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Watch the bobo. Watch the kiss up face, watch the upline, one to the bobo.
Now the UK, you did London. Now for ready for support Benji with Inshow. Good morning once more and welcome to the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9. We happy for informing us say we're back on radio on 103.9 FM, and we partner radio stations them right across the country, and also we're on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And you know the more gets we put in a TikTok, we do it in this morning. I have a kind of introduction, but we can talk about online. You know, the world is so the kind of technology they now. You know, we all day online. We get digital footprints like almost every other day. My mama we hardly call directly unless but she'll send me WhatsApp audios. That's how we communicate now. We all day online. And it's important at this time that we get this conversation for understand waiting for the online mean, waiting the cyber law say, and also waiting the institution where government been set up for coordinate cyber security issues them. Waiting then they do, you know, in terms of, you know, upgrading the infrastructure for let we know waiting at them work as well. So this morning I get the pleasure for welcoming at the studio Alex Williams, we are the cyber risk specialist at the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center. They call them NC3. Good morning, Mr. Williams, and welcome.
Good morning, Lambrana.
It is a pleasure. Thanks for joining us this morning. I also get me very good friend and brother, Mohamed Wuriba. We're a technology and innovation law expert. You know, remember we don't get a conversation I had the other day, and immediately after that, we started broadcasting on TikTok. I think we had that breakthrough as the first media house now. We do that, and thanks to Wuri for helping us with that. Wuri, they can help we for understand the Cybercrime Act, which are some of the things we did and we do on social media, cyberbullying, addictive platform. We all get things inside who are very addictive. Some man go tell you saying X today, some man Facebook, Instagram. Again, me nephew and nieces them na TikTok then they don't get the other app then say if na TikTok na they constant. And there's this call by the president say we'll start a conversation for ban teenagers from social media. We're going to forget that conversation there as well. Good morning, Mr. Bayan, welcome.
Good morning, Amadou, and thanks for having me again.
Thanks, it is a pleasure. But for set this conversation proper, let we listen to waiting the first gentleman, the president himself been talk, we've been to talk to religious leaders. I think it was Eid. They've been to talk about online and the things same way they happen there, and now for protect ourselves and protect we picking them. Let me listen to the president quickly.
We future then and then young people their hand, we begin their hand. If you want for old fine and you want for enjoy your old age, you for take care of your beginner. If you not like the begin, we're very difficult. But if you like yourself, now for make sure that beginning na good begin, and you for train them, you value them. If in a Muslim, waiting for do. If in a Christian, waiting for do. In responsibility to society. The social media where the Imam referred to, other countries don't begin banning for a certain age. And we say for member around the Naya. Because adult they without social media, they know they do no better work. Because they hate bury inside the phone there or whatever they get. And they know they're able to pay attention to them. Begin all the work they're supposed to do. But just imagine small picking, let's say below the age of 16. If we not tell them waiting, because all things there are social media, all things, you go able to learn book there, you go able spoil yourself there, you go able completely go astray, just depending on social media. So now we get prepared, reminded, because we get for make that proposition. We will therefore control how we begin to use social media. Because they're doing this. Because we feature they not they small one they hand. We get foundations in they come up fine. All the problems they will get now the foundation where they don't live before. But we try to solve the problems one after the other. And don't say Australia don't run, even United Kingdom, they debate hotly now. A few other countries they don't run because they don't begin equate social media. They call it social media zombies. If those clean, they don't hold on, they don't mind them, they don't eat. Just get in food, they bury it, they go the whole day. The thing about it there is now a beautiful technology where they make you learn past the one step where they teach you. If not learn, you want learn. But if you want point yourself, you go point yourself, hey, you pass the big one then. So we therefore control that for a certain age. Because after a certain age, we will give them the freedom for make a choice between the one go bad or the one go good. But until that time, they will for prepare for control social media. Plenty people now they use it as a screen. Where one cause it will go there, it's like how the Imam said, if they cost, they can't cost them. But you will, Mami born you, it will cost Mami cost. Something wrong with you.
His Excellency the President been the address. I think it was Eid. He been to talk to religious leaders them, and the issue about the conversation about social media and technology can take place any side. This was Eid Day after the Imam bin not talk, the president being careful address them as well. And they bring come this very critical but important issue for discourse. We go only we start this conversation about what's in the presidency they propose. We see, like he mentioned, in Australia and the UK now, they don't ban teenagers from using social media. Is this something we should start talking about and thinking of, for picking them? During this week or over the weekend, there's this big issue on social media of a teenager, where people and they share in picture and in video as well, and it became very alarming. Even the Minister of Social Welfare gave a full statement. Should we start that conversation now?
Thank you very much, Amadou, for that question there. And I think the call is glaring now. Everybody they into the loop. Everybody they talk about this. For start with, make this clear. Where you cite the example where happened with a young lady where they go through this sharing of intimate or nude video. That is entirely criminal according to the laws of Sierra Leone. The laws of Sierra Leone say where you share that kind intimate video there pursuant to section 49 and section pursuant to section 49, yes, post 47 and 48 of the Cybersecurity and Crimes Act of 2021, done in a criminal activity. So anybody gets that video there and share them to other person, that person they don't commit a heinous crime where they attract the punishment of 10 years in prison. So come to the conversation whether we for ban we young one them for come online. So many countries, like you say, don't they contemplate this? And the Australia Online Safety Act, the UK Online Safety Act, before them decide for do this, then do a lot of research. Then do a lot of argument. Some scholars then believe in what we call the 3 Ps, where they say the children then get the right for be provided, protected, and participate in technological innovations and activities. So in that sense, we give them the provision, we make them participate, but as well we protect them online. But the provision one, now in get the plenty argument. And then the conclusion of all the research here, I don't can say, because of how the space they right now, because of how the online space they not safe for we young one them. Because even within country, we get sophisticated infrastructure that is struggle for regulate the online space. Because the online space it cross across borders. All right. So Salon, when it comes to implementation of the law, the people who then put in charge for implement the law and the police, then get jurisdictional limitation. They can't go beyond the territorial boundaries of Sierra Leone. But the online space not get territorial boundary. Somebody did in the UK, it influence the online space of Sierra Leone. Somebody did in Canada or Nigeria, it influence the online space of Sierra Leone. That kind of person, it's so difficult for make we rope them within the laws of Sierra Leone.
The threats to especially picking them young people, teenagers to say. I know the threat with all of us. Alex Revo can talk about some of the cyber issues them, but with presence online, maybe groups the platform they would use, chatting with people, sharing messages. What are the threats for especially young picking them?
Amadou, the threat is enormous. I mean, we not exaggerate them, but we don't see how we cyberspace they. The first thing and foremost, it is not safe. That is the conclusion. It is not safe because we're not able to control the content we picking that they consume. So like countries the way, like I say, like the UK, Australia, we get sophisticated technology, then get the infrastructure. So for example, if you access certain website, they will ask you for your age, they go through verification process. But that did not happen at Sierra Leone. With me 2-year-old picking in tablet, are able to access any website in the world in a Sierra Leone without no boundaries, So in as much as the law and day, but we, resources wise, we are struggling for regulate the space. So the best thing I go advise any parent out there, since that we not get the law yet, control the picking activity na that space.
How do they do that? Where they can just get the picking a smartphone or get an iPad like you mentioned, and they can go. I got me niece them. Right? If I go where I can go find them, we just take my phone and go on YouTube. But how do we protect them? How do you control that?
So online safety gets layers of protections. One of the layers of protection are platform accountability. Obviously, we don't get it in Sierra Leone. We don't get conversation. I don't get personal conversations with the Minister of Communications, Technology and Information, and Innovation, and also with the Minister of Information and Civic Education. And then they contemplate at the moment for develop a national online safety policy. All right, but we'll not get them yet. But it's in the pipeline, and strong conversation don't they come around that. So what we can do at the moment, the platform then gets their own infrastructure already for parents them, for help them picking them. Platform then gets the settings, and they, because of this universal platform accountability infrastructure, we don't they go on over the wall. Settings and the way they able controlling picking activity. But again, if you see you picking through social media savvy, they post, you the parents have get small responsibility for play. In fact, not too small responsibility for play, huge responsibility for play. Understand? I mean, me 14.
There are ways you can control.
Yes, there are several ways you can control you picking. First of all, before them picking, sign up to them platforms there, they ask them for email addresses, and those email addresses attached age day. So if the age they not reach the age limits, they can ask them for parents. I mean, Facebook get TikTok, they all get them. Then go ask them. If I know one of the reasons that they make the United States not be want TikTok because of them protection facilities there, but they don't put them down at the platform. Then get away they ask for age verification, but because of can get them with teenager they phone there, they bypass all the verification process because parents are not involved. But if before you give you picking phone, you set them. You the parent phone now you for all the configuration before you hand over the phone.
One other way perhaps we know they pay attention to, we can just look at maybe the other platforms. So WhatsApp communications.
Yes.
How picking and sending safe message, which groups and they.
Yes.
They can easily download WhatsApp on their phones.
Perfect.
Instead gets steps he gets ways for protect them that
they all get privacy settings them where parents can get involved. So you picking 18 yet, and we know say now we country it's below 18, they give consent according to the laws, and now you pick in. So what you do, you set them up before you get on the phone. All right, I mean it's simple. Just Google them, ask how the setting go on, like how can I protect my child on WhatsApp. It'll tell you they give you step by step, and Google gets an AI now when I enforce the answer for you. It'll give you all the steps them say now this and this and this should you go to. Not just hand over the picking info like that and not monitor them. No, you get right for monitor.
You able monitor them if in case you get them platform they know in usage how we they use them, outside day almost time it is spent per now.
Yes, I mean the setting they give you the opportunity for protect them as in a way that the thing the way they access, you understand? I mean, because if they not do them, then they get issue with accountability now. Then other countries them will get online safety act. All right. So we don't see plenty them now the UK and other places them where they don't bring actions against them platforms there because they not take them steps there for protect picking them online. You understand? But now the UK don't get a complete ban. Australia, like how the president be they say, it don't get a complete ban on under 16. Because they don't say with all this infrastructure, then PK are then smart enough for bypass them, for get access to the thing that we're not supposed to get access to. And content moderation are one of the most difficult things. Once we do research, I realize say for the entire African continent, now only 20-something content moderators then are India na Meta, na in Facebook higher for entire Africa.
Small for the
very small, and we not get content moderators then on with different local languages them.
Yeah.
You understand? So if you begin to talk na Creole or they do something na Creole, the algorithm not they pick them up say what you don't do so it against the policy.
Okay.
So even if you lay complaints, the platform they go sit down and look at them and they know they say like na harm.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very difficult.
Okay. They come back to you. Like come to Alex. Alex, you know when you talk about cybersecurity. Cyber, one thing where they come to mind, most people are cyber law. Now look popular and people don't understand say we get a coordinating center, the NCT, where they work for coordinate cyber issues. But for the understanding of with people where they watch and listen to it this morning, what thing are the work they do? You know, as the coordinating center we get for do with cyber security in this country.
Okay, so thank you very much, Lambrana. So the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center came about after the Cybersecurity and Crime Act 2021. We established NC3, we're the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center. And part of the objectives include, from the name of himself, now for coordinate cybersecurity activities throughout Sierra Leone, provide support to law enforcement, build capacity, because cybersecurity, well, for Sierra Leone, we will still say now some novel domain, although in other places it don't take foothold, but it's still new to most people. So for build capacity through awareness and also for build capacity in terms of expertise. And we also, they serve as the liaison for international collaboration and cooperation between other law enforcement in other country them and cybersecurity players them. And also they involve with something I mentioned before, they partner with a lot of institutions them for build capacity around the country. So in a nutshell, that is what NC3 do. We get to be strategic objectives that we align with some of them in there. So
what's in the state of we cyber infrastructure? You know, we just talk about, you know, even consider we get the technology or the capacity they define and difficult. Who side we they presently?
Well, when you say cyber infrastructure, Sierra Leone, since the establishment of the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center, don't do a lot for improve with cybersecurity posture. You get organizations them around the world where they measure cybersecurity maturity levels, and Sierra Leone since 2021 don't make tremendous progress in terms of we cybersecurity maturity level, and that's not because we don't they raise awareness. People they become increasingly aware of the threats and vulnerabilities them out there about the way concern the use of the internet or technology in general. And I would say non-country not immune to cyber threats or the risk them out there, but we all the work as one. Cyber crime, cyber security no get border. So now all for one for all. The strength of the chain depends on the weakest link. So globally, the players then don't recognize say you're not able for FETAM alone, so you get for collaborate across borders, but the threats then still exist. And the risk them still there, which is why the capacity building and awareness raising campaign are continuous effort. But you mentioned something we probably now one of the main focus why I come today. Apart from the Cybersecurity and Crime Act now basically can drill down to two components. You get the cybercrime aspect and you get the cybersecurity aspect. The cybercrime aspect gets a lot of players. Them, as I mentioned, we provide technical support to law enforcement. We include the police, the judiciary, and many other players. The cybersecurity aspect, one of we core objective na NC3 now for ensure say we cyberspace as a nation is secure and it is protected. And one of the way how we intervene and through the critical information infrastructure project, we if you look you flyer you mentioned and so within a critical information infrastructure, Now, first of all, now the technology and network, all them associated systems, them, we essential services them across Sierra Leone, they use for provide the services them to Sierra Leoneans and anybody we they within.
Meaning with mobile phone,
so
the
within
mobile
a,
network?
So within an essential service. Essential service, now then service them we people that live inside Sierra Leone, citizens, foreigners them we inside Sierra Leone, depend on for economic benefits, for social benefits, even for the security of the state. And some of the services here also include banking or the financial sector, telecommunication, health, education. Now, we get criteria will be set for identify all the services and increase then services then they across many sectors. After you identify the services then now you identify the technology that then they use for providing services then they, and then you do risk assessment on the technology then they, and then you develop a protection plan. Why we need for develop that protection plan they? If any of them technology then they within they use for provide their essential services then they become compromised or become unavailable to technical glitch, because not to all tell no more na cyber hacking or cyber attacks. Sometimes the technology they fail. If any of them technology then they become compromised, waiting at the impact to the state in terms of economic loss, in terms of social stability, in terms of the security and social well-being of the citizen. We do all the assessments then and then because of that we get what we call baseline controls within each of the sector, and they would identify as CII, critical information infrastructure. All the operators and regulators them concerned with the system and within the baseline security within for minimum security standard for protecting system and so that's one money no go weak no more. You see the whole financial sector don't go down because the technology don't fail. You see all the telcos they don't go down because the technology, or even one telecommunication system don't fail. You see the health sector, because now we see governments they increasingly go for digitalization of services. From MDs like we hear them they talk about immigration. Now you were able for
online
apply for passport and renew passport. A number of other services them we get the one gov where they provide a lot of services to citizen. But in all of that digitalization efforts, if these services they're not resilient, in other words, if they are not sustainable and you're not able to depend on them, what good is it you want to go digital? So NC3 they na the center and before for ensure say 10 systems then the one secure, in other words, people can trust them for providing information then they work, and then resilient.
So also with let me take the financial sector, you know, with the critical information infrastructure. Right now, this week, I've seen a lot of people posting about people and they scam them online. People will call them, tell them, say, put this code, enter this code, and you will get to a meeting and all. They use them for scam them. How is that connected to waiting on the bill for protect the system? Because this happened with the MNOs, and people then go call and then go hack people and complain say they no hack my account and all of that. What's in the security infrastructure with that?
Okay, good question. So you've been also asked within the current state of cybersecurity in the country.
Yeah.
One of the prevailing threats them where they around now, which we call phishing, PH, not FI, and now a form of social engineering where the law victims them for belief say the information where the actor than the perpetrator they pass around a real information, or they coerce you for provide sensitive information like your password, your PIN, or some information we associate to sensitive information we go give them access to some system where they go able for either defraud you or do something we go affect you your credibility as an individual. Now, if you look at the example that you give, than a typical example of phishing. Most of the time it can be through SMS, or called smishing. That is, they can send SMS. Sometimes they can send email. Email for the one they within our offices now the most popular. Then go send an email like send them boss send them, or the finance department send them for click this link and do XYZ or transfer money to some entity. And then we also get now we don't do small but we get social media accounts take over, WhatsApp take over, and Facebook take over. All the one that they happen through social engineering, where then go then will attempt to take over your account because if you protect your account, you go receive your own PIN, and then they will call you, try for law you for provide that information there. So, but with increased awareness around the country, and then with some other engagements with the service provider, them like Meta, when I then get WhatsApp, we don't see a reduction. But again, some of them things they are then seasonal.
Yeah,
it's like say where the criminals they can add up and can launch some of them things they are so and try for get money.
But how we they able? Do you ever see? Because sometimes thinking people and they even screen grab the numbers and share them around. Do we have a system usai we they able prevent that from happening, and to a point usai somebody go lost plenty money?
If you know the number we call you, most of the time we all know, so we get on at this country we say we get mandatory SIM card registration. I think there is another act before come out soon, because I've been in about other program with NATCA, they mention them. So the number supposed to be tied to someone we can identify. The only problem we will get, as I don't state from the beginning, are that then crime then they and cybersecurity as a whole not get boundaries. If the number they outside of Sierra Leone, most of the time we know the country there with the number then they can come out. If the number they outside of Sierra Leone, it can become difficult for track would get a number there. Now, but all is not lost. You get where we can collaborate with partners across the country, then the NCT gets MOUs and collaborative mechanism with a number of countries in the region and beyond. We can partner with them and also work with CID if not really serious case we involve fraud, we need an investigation. We partner with them, we sister organizations then they across country and then able to provide the information. Sierra Leone also now signatory to the Budapest Convention and in first and second additional protocols. We clearly set out mechanisms for collaborate across borders and provide information we required in any cybercrime investigation.
With cybersecurity things, with financial sector, how do we have we get the infrastructure for protect whatever might come?
So in the early days of NC3, or when we join NC3 as cyber risk specialist, one of my major focus now be on the financial sector. Why the financial sector? For obvious reasons, the financial sector can be a target for cyber criminals. We all know saying easy money for them, because once they get access to sensitive information like credit card data and the password and user accounts of people, then they're able to transfer money left and right. But I can proudly say by the time we begin engage the financial sector, especially the banks, right, we find out then they are ahead even before they get some frameworks or mechanisms in place, because they know the threats they are where they're exposed to, then get a lot of protection mechanisms. Again, the Bank of Sierra Leone, when the regulator, gets cybersecurity guidelines, where I think they may don't start for enforce from last year, we get outlined step-by-step requirements. For instance, some minimum cybersecurity controls we don't forget. One of them that they forget a CISO, right? A CISO we for attached to each bank, when Chief Information Security Officer, that person is responsible for coordinate all cybersecurity activities, and a senior role, now possibly up to board level, and also for report any incidents, any cybersecurity incidents. Why they need for report? So that we will get a data of the kind cybersecurity incidents them where they happen in the financial sector, and together we'll be able to build a protection mechanism using then data then for protect the systems then. But I can tell you in all honesty, the banks them especially been they way ahead.
So we should be rest assured that we to some level with financial sector.
I mentioned in the beginning that no country not immune perpetually. Like what you do, the risk then they out there, which is why now, and because technology they evolve, something that is not good to say, but I will still say, the criminals think you always they one step ahead for whatever reason. They one step ahead. And that's because of the what we call the innate risk of technology in itself. Technology from out of the box come within your risk, which is why most of the time you can see developers, you can see manufacturers, they fit for correct some of the error, then they after way the product can go out. So you're able to call vulnerabilities that we then the manufacturers, the developers themselves knocking no but what we call zero day, meaning they don't know but until it is exploited, and then they
find solution.
That make you can see you get the security updates them,
Yeah.
the software updates, then patch them,
Yeah.
because security they come with what they call inherent risk.
Okay.
It come with them.
Yeah.
So you get for.
Okay, Alex, I come back to you. They can look later. I will look at the government infrastructure and cybersecurity. It's important. We don't see reports of how people and they go inside government system. I don't see people the way they share government documents. Some people can tell me, people use their own mail, man, for communicate. You know, their own personal email, and I can ask how protected they be. But Boogie, I want to ask about, you know, I mentioned there seems to be an increase, you know, reports of issues of scamming online.
Yeah.
People will tell you, say, somebody send me a message, you say, like, join this Zoom call, and like click or like enter this code. Waiting are the threats and waiting we for look for, you know. I don't know if there is any legal issue with the cyber crime act and all of that, but how cautious should we be, you know, in using social media and then scamming things here when they come to right now face?
Thank you very much again, Amadou. Of course, as my brother don't say, there are several tactics we the cyber criminals and they use, you know, and of course they mentioned phishing, we now one of the methods them we then they use, and this example we again fall under phishing, where they bait you, that they send for you something where you catch them, then they enter, then get you sensitive information, then we then go take for scam you. The activity, of course, it's contemplated in the Cybersecurity Act, na cyber fraud, and in a crime if somebody do that, and if the police catch you, then prosecute you, of course you don't become a criminal. So the threat, like you say, is enormous, wide. So like me, what I say is a social engineering thing. So what you do for be aware for take time now the space is that number one, you get for no certain things in a physical space safe. Like Amadou no go call me for ask me for 50,000 leons.
Yeah.
You know, you get forget that kind of awareness day.
Yeah.
All right. So if somebody from the blue, so somebody we don't say not talk to you, you say they at Alo is stranded, he want 20,000 leons. I mean, doubt. Get some. So at least I can tell plenty people, you know. I say in the cyber world, in the online space, doubt all to it you see. Not believe anything. Not believe no content. Doubt all. Then they give you another step for verify whether within this person say not true. And within our space right now, for example, I mean Sierra Leone, this space so now, you know, apart from the fraud now, let's go to content or posted online. You know, we get this imagine feel of blogging.
Yeah.
You know, so everywhere you go, every day somebody they open a new blog, blog, you understand? So at large level, at the IMC level, then they contemplate say then for begin hope this new
for
space.
regulate.
So my idea was okay, blogging is a personal thing. You know, you cannot regulate it because now something personal. However, the blogging within a salon, it don't go beyond the normal blogging. So if you like somebody open a blog account on Facebook or anything, he register them, he incorporate them, he hire people and for report for them. That person is beyond blogging now. That's a media institution. So that person is within the scope of the IMC Act of 2020. You understand? That person is no longer blogging. So I mean, it's a
the people who do that, they are out of the country. Then they create them platform, then they and control. You know, there's this issue about monetization. A lot of people, they get their account created out of the country because there is this thought, say Leone is monetized, you can make money out of it, and a lot of people they do them because they're being paid as well.
Yeah, but at the expense of so many people, because you make money. you tarnish other person reputation. You dey make money, you dey tarnish the image of so many other people. That is unethical. And the way like I said, the way they don't put it now is institutionalized. I mean, it's an institution. For me, it's in my own personal estimation and in my own knowledge where I get about that space there. For me, it's no longer blogging. That is beyond blogging now. So, for example, Amadou, let's say you start alone. You get a Facebook page. You say you don't start blogging. Then at some point you go, you register. You incorporate. Let's say you do an England. Then you incorporate this blogging. You understand? Then you get people where they go out. They go do reporting for you. That you now have a media institution.
You've registered a business.
Yeah. So you are under the scope of the IMC Act. If you look at Section 1. The interpretation section of the IMC Act of 2020, the media institution is defined there clearly, and one of the definition is that online publication is there. So it's within the scope, it's captured. So you are now bound by all the principles and provisions of that act for be ethical, for get balanced news, forget the true content, not just send any kind of content online. So anything you do, I think again. Like my brother say from NC3, this all boils down to awareness. You know, people are not aware of what's in they around them. We don't know what's in the gun. So I mean, most of the time you see police they prosecute people on cyberbullying. Some of them think that they beyond cyberbullying. In fact, it don't go beyond cyberbullying. You know, it get many other things that we don't kind inside. You get many other things that we don't dare at play, you know, waiting for also prosecute. It's not only again about cyberbullying. It's like, for example, this way they go on so with this young lady you mentioned. You know, that's a heinous crime. So many laws that come into play. The Sexual Offences Act they in play, the Child Rights Act they in play, the Cybersecurity and Crime Act they in play. So now make I say, even you, according to cyber law, Section 49 of the Cybersecurity Act, even you will see that video and share them, you don't commit crime. Yes.
And knowingly you did it.
Let's say you don't see the video, you send them for a posse. But I watch this timber, you are criminal, and the police gets away. So these are the time where the police will be proactive.
But it's again the infrastructure. How do we have a system? Waiting at the we talk about AI now, and we talk about critical information infrastructure. How do we get a system? Usai we go know those who are sharing it. Or we can able flag whatever put them in social media and Facebook.
Thank you.
Or share them on WhatsApp as well.
So the infrastructure, I go left hand from my brother Lake answer. I believe CNC3 get something in place. I believe say the police get something in place. But some people are also sharing it online on Facebook who want to see. Understand? So those people, we know who they are. The police not for wait for make somebody carry complaint in this circumstance because the law is glaring. The police, the cyber crime units, now the CID, now them for be proactive and play the role, you know, and go the layers of responsibility, Amadou. Let's go back to the example. The layers of responsibility.
Can they act without?
Of course, they can act without the police under this new Criminal Procedure Act. The police can arrest somebody where he gets suspicious, reasonable grounds so they don't commit a crime. And clearly, these people by sharing this sensitive information, they've committed the crime. So the other day, before they come to this program. It was on a Thursday. Somebody bring this on a Sunday. Sorry, somebody bring this to my attention. We sit on a petrol station, a show up, they keep coming. And somebody bring this to my attention. Now the person, the person was laughing about it. Now I say, you know, say because they try for blame the Peking and the Peking and parents them. Now say that Peking sometimes not even because they look at the crime, they look also at the mental state, they look at the mens rea. I say perhaps the Peking will get the intention for make them publish this thing online. So the Peking will get responsibility in that circumstance, and this now Peking where they under 18 and we not get according to we laws the right for give consent. She cannot give consent.
So anybody will do that, it's criminal.
Anybody now we take he forward them, he publish. Even if you comment on I want the commentary, as long as you don't publish the image, you have committed a crime under the aiding and abetting provision in Section 49 of the Cybersecurity, and the penalty now the same as the one we do the thing.
Wow.
When at 10 years imprisonment.
I think it better let people know, because I've seen a lot of people. Some other people go just want to do commentary and place the same picture of the Peking and show.
If you show the Peking face, it's heinous. To one grade law self in play. Like I said, the Child Rights Act Section 26 they in play. The Sexual Offences Act Section 26 and 27 they in play. So if you show the Peking face the comments say even it is time for sympathize, say this way they're doing not fine, you've committed a crime.
You can do it without showing the face.
You can do it without that is why you learn before you do the thing you do. If you want to be journalist, go school and learn journalism. With all due respect, to people. So I mean, it's a community thing. I mean, Metak you always call them community. So this is a community responsibility. When the last time I was so emotional to a point that I said we don't kill the next generation. It's gone because of the one who don't handle this space. We just scan at this space. We don't even know the importance of this space. We just share any kind of content. They talk about anything. Some people they oversee all day na course and we picking and get access to their content.
President talk about
we picking and get access to their content there. And honestly, if you ask me in my estimation, I think we can toe the line of banning them for now because until we set everything in place. Even though my teacher will teach me in there with the PPP say for provide and protect them. But if the protection not enough, they let the provision hold on first until we get the protection enough before we provide for them.
Okay, Alex, it mentioned, Mr. asked something about having the infrastructure. I don't know if you go and comment on that before you can answer the question I asked earlier about the government system and protecting the information infrastructure system.
So regarding the infrastructure, again, the emphasis now on collaboration. Police, the CID, the cybercrime unit, gets infrastructure. NC3 get a digital forensics lab. Then we get what we call the SAT, when CSIRT, the Computer Security Incident Response Team, where they role primarily now for continuously the surveillance with cyberspace, gather information about threats them where they out there. The threats them include active and one day will be non-pass, so they get feeds from we partners them, share the information in the form of advice and alert to the particular people that we concern, and also work in concert with the police when they get the power for prosecute, provide the information and to them. But again, we get for be honest, infrastructure not enough perpetually because there is a lot going on at the cyberspace. One question will you ask now if the police can act without the not report? Yes, police can act according to the new Criminal Procedure Act. And the police act if we for come out or we don't come out already. But the onus they in you when are the victim for able for report because when you report it can have the spotlight. Then it make it easy for them able for go into that investigation, they pay attention to them and come. And one of the things they continuously say they do awareness now that you not for shy away from reporting. You get ways the way they protect your identity. The people the way they handle the matter and they are professionals. They know exactly what to do. So yes, the mechanisms, then the collaboration, they right across, and one of we mandates now for provide technical assistance to law enforcement. The police get capacity, but also they feel the need for collaborate with NC3. They will collaborate at many levels for ensure say we get the right results we look for, especially in area of investigation. There are multiple investigations where they go on now. We SAT, they provide support to police, and together with the investigators for make sure so we bring the perpetrators.
Earlier, I was going to ask about with government, critical information infrastructure.
That's a good one. So you mentioned government offices, probably highly sensitive offices. Then they use what we call open source, Gmail, Yahoo, they want, and instead of the proprietary applications or the email system we designed specifically for the institution. Again, people don't express concern around the area, they to the force. But one of the challenge we most people in Kim highlight when it comes to the use of them what we call them Gmail and Yahoo, then they know that people can say they're easy for use, them fast. But when you look at the risk that we associated with the use of them, first of all, there is no guarantee that the information where they transmit is protected. Not free something, not free. They pay for them. And then there are also challenges in using probably the email system which is set up. within your organization, your institution. But I think say we don't go beyond that now, because we also they work closely with MOCTI, with a number of the directorates them for ensure say the facility become available. And again, you mentioned CII. One of the requirements, one of the fundamental requirements for ensure say some of them infrastructure and they them protected, not that you for ensure say you use the government provided email system. Myself don't see and plenty term in some correspondence. Some man they mention the government email address, that is the gov.sl. And then they mention Yahoo or Gmail. We have say, oh, that one they can ask for checks on them. But increasingly as the technology they improve, we get for first of all accept say challenges been there. But as we they try for move towards a more secure digital space, we they see say most of them they move away from them open source
the point as well is we don't see USAI states are being attacked, not only by weapon warfare war. We don't see online, you know, you get institution where they come one whole government infrastructure put and down. Waiting NC3 they do for like protect. We've been talking about the financial sector just so, but we governance system as well, critical you know institutions them.
So now the list of CII we get 8. So we've been cover all sectors, but then we get down to 8 based on the criteria we set. One of the sectors then are public administration, we include all the institutions that really provide services to Sierra Leone, and so it include immigration, include NRA, include NACIT, include NCRA, and the list goes on. Once because according to Section 7 of the Cybersecurity and Crime Act, the minister of that's the minister of MOCTI, in consultation with the Cybersecurity Advisory Council, go recommend to the president then 8 sectors there also for make the president designate them as critical information infrastructure, and that will be gazetted. Once gazetted, then it becomes a law, and the minimum standards for protecting the systems and they will come into play. And NC3 get an obligation for them sectors then they. Remember the sectors then cut right across finance, education, health, public administration, ICT and telecommunication, 8 of them. And once them don't designate them, we come on board for help them for able to let them implement them specific controls then they, then protection plan then they. And once that is done, after a period of time, we will begin for audit them. For make sure say then they within the context of protecting the systems then they, because I don't mention earlier we think it be the impact if the systems then they become compromised. And just as you say, you can get people away just ready for cripple government systems. So once we don't help them for implement, we go give a grace period, then we go begin audit, and then there will be fines according to the act. If you know, because of course penalties get for non-compliance. Now what one for take and serious. Not for just say no more. For instance, you forget firewall, you forget antivirus, you know for use open source email, you know for share this information out, not to just selling you no more. You should know that there are fines.
But as at now, what till we get?
As at now, the process is ongoing with the phase 2 of the CII project commence by the end of June. It will go throughout the end of August. When that one day done, but of course regularly we do awareness raising. Sometime last year we do over 120 MDAs where we go around the country. They do awareness raising right across the country. We they engage universities and schools. We they also go now soon you go see we go get a campaign when I know the law. We go now the marketplaces and target vulnerable groups. And then we also continuously they emphasize on you protecting yourself whilst you do online, whilst the CII projects they go on. At the end of it by August, as I say, according to Section 7 of the Cybersecurity and Crime Act, the minister will take them up together with the Advisory Council for make recommendations to the president for designating the system in the RCII.
We are one being you. There's a story. I mean, at Dumbuya posted something very interesting recently. He gets this IT person we hire. I think a Sacri person, and the person close all system from am. You know, able get access to anything until, well, it commend the cybersecurity people and the police and be able to help them, able to retrieve them. But this is what they talk about. It not just happen with government, but even private sector.
Yeah.
You know, even we are at some point you have to help us for you even the advice you and help we for see how do we protect the system. People in the private sector, you know, and people are like we with it online, everything is online. One green person can just come and disrupt the whole system. Waiting we need for no, waiting are the things that we for do for protect the system.
So the law protects, the law provide for that and protect for that. So if you're an IT personnel, let's say when I get to a social media manager and I the person will manage on a Facebook, they on a SACAM, then because on a SACAM, you know, give up the administrative role.
Yeah.
If I posting there on a behalf or they make una look bad,
yeah,
that's a big crime. That's unauthorized access.
Yeah.
Under Section 33 of the Cybersecurity Act, you know, the person don't commit a big crime. So you bring them to the, like you say, you go prosecute them to the police, na the cyber crime units, na the CID, then go help una for one, then go help una retrieve the two on loss. Also, like I don't want to do I don't want to be unethical, but you can also reach out to lawyer.
Yeah.
You know, then he writes to the platform. Okay. Like for example, for Facebook, you can write to the Nigerian you can write to the Nigerian office and tell them, say this don't go on, you cite a lot of them. Facebook can intervene, and when they intervene, then go stop the person, then pull them, then put you. But again, you can still go after, especially if the person is Sierra Leone. Okay. You can still go after them. The law they protect you, the law they go after them. Now crime you don't commit, then go prosecute them. If they find I'm guilty, of course, it go pay the penalty.
But are there things we could do? Private people and private side could do.
So the first thing they do, not make one administrator. Don't allow one person, especially if na business you dey run. Not allow only one person dey in charge of all things.
Okay.
Because it's risky. Apart from the person self taking control, anything can happen to that person. How you get access to your page or you digital assets where you don't set. So for protect your digital assets, get a second administrator or a third administrator. May they all get the equal role, you know, of editing and altering on the platform. Then Amadu, you be asked one very good question at the beginning.
Yeah.
Where you want practical examples of how for protect you picking them.
Yes, online.
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So I just go browse through quickly and get a practical way that we can do that. So first of all, TikTok get what you call parents managed accounts. That's if the picking they under. Sorry, you say TikTok, WhatsApp. I beg your pardon. WhatsApp get what you call parent managed accounts. That if the picking they under 13, you just set a two-step verification process where they put the parents in email. So for whatever the picking do, na the platform, the parents they get attention for that. So quickly on how you go about that. So number one, first change the privacy setting of the beginning phone. Understand? Go na the number one, go na the setting. Then you go to privacy. You go na the last scene in online. Change it to nobody or my contact, so that nobody no go know when the beginning online when they know they online. Then again, change the profile picture in setting to only my contract, so that other people don't go see this speaking in profile. Then the most important one, the groups. Change that setting there to my contract, so that the picking, not all kind of person they add the picking, na any kind group.
You need consent before.
You need consent, yes. Then turn off the auto download, because them picking them, if they download they on anything we then come, they automatically download. Then set the two-step verification are the most important one. You go na setting, you go na account, then you look for two-step verification. Then you create this pin now for this 6-digit pin where you create. Where now you go get, so the picking go get, so you able to verify what's in the picking.
So you able to control.
Yeah, then at least you get some control of the picking na the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
But like I say, just Google them. All them platform I get, because of the laws them way them UK and the other side them then get. All them platform I get the way they set for the picking them for protect them online.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. We'll get some messages. I really, this is a very interesting conversation. Don't get a lot of questions on the Facebook page. I might open up the phone line and take just 5 calls. 078193193. But we'll do that. You will call after the questions same way Nafisa to don't notes down. Then we'll take just 5 calls because we'll get other guests and we get for cam. So, but let's get the messages them first. Nafisa too.
Yeah, we'll get a few comments and some messages. This person said the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center has a lot to do in sensitizing the citizens about the offenses from sections 33 to 57. People are only aware of cyberbullying and maybe 1 or 2. The reason is because people are not aware that when these laws are breached, you face criminal liabilities. Other person say most illiterate people will not understand the word cybersecurity. They say, how do we translate this to Pana or Mami Sabina? We need to break down these words in the Creole language. Those are the comments we have.
Okay. I think we all can make effort for learn. You know, if you self sabi person we no understand and gay and picking you know, a phone and you want to understand within the cyber law say, you can help. We all get a role for play or for help people and for let them understand how for use the phone. Remember man, me niece now and they help them for use for we want send message now they call now they help them show them how for send message. So we all can teach other people. Alex, you get some.
If not straight for answer the questions. Yes, NC3 we acknowledge say we get a lot for, which is why we also the expand. As I say, now one of the response they have been the key. So no go but a campaign when safer internet program and also know the law, and they go wide throughout the country for continue for raise awareness. Awareness raising not get limits. We get for continuously do one. And one reason why we get for continuously do one because we know say people in the out there we still need for know about the law and get for know about the responsibility. Then get a particular phrase where probably not one man go then can say ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Yeah.
But again, something in a good conscience. If you get the example we want to talk about, if you get small picking in nude picture or video, in good conscience, you supposed for know as an adult, say you know for sharing, because the first question you go ask yourself if not me picking or if not me fumble, I go gladly for sharing. So whether you know about the law, you don't know about the law, good conscience also come inside. And one way where you can always do the test, then have to ask yourself the question, as I say. The other one about understanding the meaning of cybersecurity. In simple terms, if you separate the two words, them, cyber and security. Cyber therefore do with anything where they could do, but online and technology. Anything we therefore do with the internet. I use internet instead of online. Anything we therefore do with you. They send messages, then they use social media, they use your phone, they use laptop, anything but technology, online, network, now cyber. The security aspects now how you they protect one, the thing and the way you they use for go to the internet and and then the second one now you safe way they use the internet. You can always refer to a mass responsible use. One, your responsibility towards yourself. One common phrase we can use now that the internet not they forget. The internet does not forget.
Always remind you.
Anything where you do, if you say you don't take them down, you don't delete them, somebody gets them, somebody be done download them and keep them. And then the second one, responsibility to others. You look this image, you look this news, you look this video, is it right now something you have for push? And then ask yourself questions. Will be mentioned doubt ultimately in the internet. We can say zero trust. Zero trust now, not trust nothing. Verify before you share. And make sure say you really need for share. Not only one normal eyes you see and someone way open phone, you go on WhatsApp or TikTok, as you see something
you don't say
now for send.
Yeah.
Someone to be honest, when you don't share something, and I don't see an example of that. Somebody sends something to me and ask, I say within this. Oh, I say, I myself not look and safe. I just forward that. How can you forward something to somebody when you safe no reader? So we get responsibility to we self and to others.
Yeah.
And I think I don't define within a cybersecurity and don't talk within NC3 they do as a whole.
Yeah, they come back to you. They can't close, but there is this comment I read for Wuri. He say blanket banning is never the we're very sorry we're not able to take call because we will guest every day. We get one video we can play shortly, but this one say blanket banning is never the solution. Kids nowadays are very smart. They will find a way around it. The owners should be on the platforms. They should be held accountable and ensure safety. We able to do that.
Honestly, now that's not a stumbling block, right? Like I told you earlier, at ministry level, ministerial level, I've had conversations with both the Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovation, when I'm responsible for the infrastructure of communications facilities in Sierra Leone, and also the Minister of Information and Civic Education, when I'm responsible for content moderation. The model we exist right now, where Australia don't use, UK don't use, we can't use it in Africa for platform accountability because these countries get the market leverage for whole land platform their accountability. For example, now you put all the African countries together, Google get money pass we put all African countries together, Google get money pass we, Meta get money pass we. So how do we hold these people responsible? We get money pass we. What we go tell them? And if we say we ban them, will they become unpopular? You see what happen in Nigeria, where they try for ban Twitter, then become unpopular because people want to use these services.
Yeah.
So we can't ban them, then we can't bring them to the table because they seem mightier than us. You know. So what you go do, the model way they don't use now European Union gets, according to the Digital Services Act, then get the market leverage. For say if they threaten and say we're not using our service, then come here go be threatening. You understand?
So we don't get any.
We don't get that market. How many users and they nationally use the internet?
Yeah.
I mean, it don't increase. There has been a major increase. I mean, all kudos to the service providers them now. There's been major increase. There's been major internet penetration. Internet don't go on aside and as alone will not be ever did before. You know. So I mean, people alone connected. But again, we not reach the level yet for platform accountability. Then secondly, then platform there then get presence now then countries there. We know they now we own part of the world. So now the stumbling block that we try for build a model now. I mean so many ideas that don't come like polycentric governance, collaboration, understand. So we're taking our time, you know, go for do
But
this
it's
study.
something we should think about.
It's not really think about actions. I will assure you, Amadou, actions have been put in place.
Okay.
Consultations have been taken in place. I mean, we don't try as a country in that direction. We don't try as far as that technology is concerned. We've been doing some work on that. Like I said, there's been contemplation on developing the national online safety policy. We don't go address them thing there, especially intermediary accountability, platform accountability. Say if somebody posts something on Facebook, would go after Facebook, say Facebook wanna take this down, wanna put it on.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll forget the government people for discuss this further and understand within we safely do in terms of their engagement. And but we'll take this report quickly. Now they end with we take and then we can get a closing comment from we guest them. With my colleague Davida do with regards to cyberbullying and all within they happen presently.
Social media they grow, we don't see how important it be because it don't make information sharing very easy and very affordable. That's how we don't see bloggers, social media people, they share people and photos and intimate videos them without their consent. We come on the street of free talk, we can ask, combat them more especially how important it is if it's safe, forget picking old 14, 15, 16-year phone at this era.
First, it's not necessary because them picking and they hold on the old phone. When it's not telephone, by right, it's not necessary. This is not really easy because last time we with the phone, brother, they can picking and they hold and they make them video and they treat themselves naked. What they see social media, what they treat themselves naked, they make them put themselves then they send them, then they leaving people like they hold they lick them picking and video then I do. It don't make sense. It don't ever fine.
For me as parents, I don't feel say it's good for them to give picking phone, especially if they go school younger. Because I don't say I'm saying a good idea because when you give picking phone, the tendency for them to do the thing there is daily. Because phone, one Android phones, they get access to different type of things there. And most ways see some parents, some phone there now, they don't get out Apple Play Store, young people they don't sabi different type of things the way they watch now. Your advice now that so be make sure say if they give people their phone, then we speak that and then we know how they waiting we put there. And if you be left to me again, I go say okay, button phone more important. Because if you give people button phone, not tendency again or they for which side you go say well I go YouTube or I go we just make call and receive call, that's all.
We don't talk to parents them, they don't give their opinions. Now let me listen to what the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Asata Mahoy, gets for talk in regards to what he gets for do with cyberbullying online and cyber harassment, more especially when it comes to picking them.
Greetings, Mina Aisata Mahoy, Mina the Minister for Gender and Children's Affairs. Cyberbullying and emerging serious child protection issues. It's also a gender-related issue in Salome presently. Women and girls picking themselves, they become very much vulnerable to the online harassment, intimidation, non-consensual sharing of intimate images then, and other forms of digital abuse where they unbog the woman and picking them past Mark 1. Then act here so, they can cause severe emotional, psychological, and social harm to survivors then. Some can even take their own life then. The ministry, they work with the Salome Police, the justice sector, the other development partners then, and civil society organizations then for prevent and respond to cyberbullying and other forms of violence against women and picking them. This we they implement the law them and policy them, where they safeguard the rights and welfare of women and picking them, including the Child Rights Act, we in a recent one, we in the 2025 year, the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, and Employment Act, and other law them we don't do in the country.
You don't listen to Combrade Emergency Young picking them. You don't self-listen to the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs and Asata Mahoy on the issue we get for do with cyberbullying and harassment, especially when it comes to young picking them. Now, let me take una to the people that are behind the cyber unit. Now, CID, we go talk on what the law say and how the law they bet somebody with them friend one thing and the support related to victims them. We can find themselves in situations them without posting the shaming video without in consent.
I mean, Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police, Kabala Valley, the Supervisor for Cybercrime Investigations, and CID headquarters. Photography, where they refer to as intimate image. And if you look at Section 47(1), they talk of online child sexual abuse. In those situations, they say, and you know, for distribute, you know, for share, you know, for transfer, you know, pictures or videos, we get intimate objects. Like in this case, the person they naked or they half naked. You know, they depict that individual. So if you share, you transfer, you transmit, or you take, in all of these contexts, that's not an offense. Well, in the context of the Western world, some people can even go kill themselves. You see? So nothing where the Inspector General of Police and the whole management of the Salome Police take very serious. Now make una can see bossly as a cybercrime unit, so they monitor some of the activities in the cyberspace. But the citizenry for no say, if this thing don't happen to you, not for shame, if for calm, you can't report, so the police will take the necessary action. Yeah, well, the act it prescribed, you know, they look at 250,000 for a corporation, 100,000, you know, for an individual, like where you don't go put out photo of somebody. They are waiting the act to decide, you get 100,000, because the act they say it's either a person do or an institution do an organization, or so if not a person do the act they look at 100,000.
Cyberbullying and online harassment, they spoil somebody's reputation and even cause somebody some serious mental health challenges them. And we said can lead you from falling to serious dombolo, we go make you either pay big money or just end up in a jail. So before you share somebody intimate photo or video online without the person consent, now for members say consequences and day after that day, not share person photo without him consent. For Truth Media, Mina David Sven Solomon, we report.
Many thanks to Davida for that report. At least we don't get some understanding from the police within citizens and think about cyber security and waiting for do. You know, we deliberately do this program and try to get worry on for help with awareness and education, especially with what's in the happen right now. So you will analyze to yourself, you put small picking in picture. You know, you show them. Or that picking way, then say the rape, right? You show in video, you show in picture. You don't stigmatize. I get for grow up. How could they live with that? Social media, thing where you put say, like what in Alex say, if you delete them, other person don't download them. Now get automatic. If phone anything you send to me, it download. So we need to be very careful, try to understand what's in the law say. How we protect ourselves, protect we picking them. The conversation on banning social media for teenagers, we will continue with them. I think we will get the try to get the government people them for explain what's in and the try for do, because the president be don't propose that, and I think it's something we should think about. You know, if we can't protect ourselves, we don't lose a lot of things. Low protect we picking them. But Alex, finally, as we conclude this conversation, waiting you go one say to people them for understand more waiting on how they do and how on they build this system and the upgrades and the things that way they happen.
Okay, good. So again, as I said at the beginning, Cybersecurity and Crime Act get two elements, and one part the elements then are cybersecurity. What we do as an institution currently, one of the projects then are the identification of critical information infrastructure. When I identify all them essential services them and the technology where they take for provide them services then they and protect them so that the system then they will become continuously available, then will be resilient and go cause issues related to the non-availability way go mean economic loss, lack of social amenities, and also go bring unrest in terms of the safety and security of the state. So this is one of the major projects that we NC3 they undertake, and by the end of August we will don't get the completion of phase 2. We will know all within the sector there so and all the systems there so we need for protect and develop a protection plan for them. So that's not only on the cybercrime aspect, but we also assured that Sierra Leone also gets a secure cyberspace and we systems then secure from attackers them from within and outside.
Thank you so much, Alex Williams from NC3. One question there. So somebody will say, so if someone shares a video of a vulnerable person in sympathy to plead from people for assistance, will he or she also be in trouble?
It depends. It depends to the content. What do you mean vulnerability in that regard? So if let's say it's about intimate content or something where the law don't describe saying or do, of course you face prosecution. You don't commit a crime. So like I said, it depends on the context, it depends on the circumstances.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you need to get consent. If like somebody sick,
perfect.
You forget consent, say I approve for you use my image for plead for help for me. Like we can see people always sick when need help.
Yes. You need consent. Of course the data protection bill then at the pipeline we itself cover all lengths in there for protect personal data we get for do with explicit consent of using my personal data. So my personal data now everything about me, my name, my face, me background, my date of birth. So for me use them, you need me consent. Like we the brother from NC3 they talk just now, say the internet not they forget. Part of data protection law now the right to be forgotten. You know, we don't see the Google Spain case and other cases them. The right to be forgotten are that as an individual you get got data minimization. I get right for make a ask platform they say this way they don't talk about me so I pull them. Yes, and the platform pursuant to the Google Spain case, the platform they pull them. They are obliged for pull them because now your rights for be forgotten. Let them die your digital footprint. If you don't want anything for do that, for pull like for example, if I be don't trust money, if they online say I be don't trust money in a commercial bank. Something like that. They online say then they don't happen. They are not one only for the world nobody and they again.
Yeah.
You understand? Or I be don't become bankrupt. And only while the world no say I be don't become bankrupt. Or they be don't prosecute me say me a criminal. And while the world no say that particular information, only the world know about Tiger after some years, I go apply to the court. Once the Data Protection Act is passed, and then the platform them for pull them common at the system for common all database na the world. That are the rights to be forgotten.
One final question they want to ask you. Then we done. They say, what should I do if people are harassing me that they have videos for me? If I don't compensate them, they will publish it.
Prosecute them. But again, it's social engineering.
Yeah.
Get for be wise. I do know. I do them because again, normally you explicit video.
Yeah, they
are there. So you say get for be smart enough. No make them no see the prosecutor until then catch them. You know, then confiscate them devices them. You know, but this is an age again where we for take responsibility, each and every one of us.
Yeah.
Be careful of what you do. I not say where the love day. You know, man and they love they do all kinds of things. You know, one student be call a particular phrase. I don't forget the phrase we call.
Yeah.
When I think we think like when they snap yourself, you send them for you partner. You know, you have to be careful because until the relationship can sour, that partner they use that thing against you.
Yeah, we don't see that a lot.
Yeah, so be careful. I mean, for me, in fact, no do. If you take responsibility, you know, not send any. If you observe Amadou before now, I used to be very notorious on social media. They post like every single day. But from where I go get this knowledge and calm, you know, I be careful what I do online. When I see the vulnerability with the online, so we have to take responsibility. And again, what's in this awareness is very important. Like what I say from NC3, people they commit cybercrime every day. They don't even know say that they commit cybercrime.
Yeah.
You know, cybercrime is so easy for commit these days. For example, I will tell me student that that's what you do with your boyfriend now. You try for accessing phone. Now cybercrime you don't commit so.
If you taking phone
and access them. Your boyfriend, I'm not talking about spouse, so we don't get consent because spouse you get the conjugal relationship.
But boyfriend and girlfriend
are unauthorized access. You go enter if you try for TV boyfriend password, you go inside your phone, check if that relationship they sour, that boyfriend they get evidence say you do that, they bring action against you. You go lay you complain at police. You know, you don't access your phone. We not authorized. Well, so people commit cybercrime every day. Unknowingly, yes.
Yeah. Finally, what's in a message to parent them? I really want to talk to parent them this morning about picking them. I know this age and time. Somebody been they suggest say no give picking smartphone, get and bought phone. Let user normal on the communicate. You go call I call you. But which message you want to give to them? How? Which are the steps you need for take for protect we picking them at this time, especially when they give them smart devices?
Well, my message to we mama and papa then down there and that make we take responsibility. It has been established that this cyberspace will get safe. I mean, even countries they will think say they get sophisticated technologies, sophisticated infrastructure, then serve the struggle for regulate the space. There's a struggle for hold this space together. So make we take responsibility. Like that person suggests, then they can be one model for go. Not give you picking sophisticated phone because even when you put all the settings there, that picking they get sense for go around for bypass then settings and the platform goes say we don't do with your responsibility. So now your responsibility now for take care of your picking. So be careful and monitor you picking in activity online. Not left you picking so monitor you picking in activity online. I remember sometime back in the UK I be to one of me relatives them we realized say the picking they use a different name na Instagram. You know, be they even posting pictures them. We just come for some reason. If I immediately complain, I realize that the picking this because then I'm show no more the snap. But a different name they use na Instagram. Now lady complain. I say na him and we go inside phone we realize say na him. So you get for be vigilant.
They're smart.
They're very smart. You know, and I make them people in Australia, in UK, and elsewhere. Then also say this no way not they pass to ban them. You know, so we also contemplate about that as well. You know, because the space, but the ban is not for banning them for use phone. The ban is for them accessing social media. So now these people don't understand. You can give them phone, but they should not access social media. So picky they under 16 and then continue, then platform them. As soon as you're under 16, the platform then get obligation not for giving access to the service.
Yeah. Because it expose you to a lot of things. Small picking no get consent. You know, you get consent.
You know, at all.
No, they do. They're very vulnerable. They can be abused. We don't see story that people and don't love small picking them. And there's a story in the US where they followed. Person kill the Pekin. It be online, he meets with the Pekin, abuse them, and end up kill them. We don't see them story then this. So we all get a responsibility for protect we Pekin them and protect we safe. Many thanks to now for joining me this morning. I'm sure we don't get some awareness. We will continue then conversation there. So we go learn. We all go learn. As much as the online space is there now, we all did it. But we need for protect we safe because bad people then they like Alex say, some of them they think are head. Simon go send you message no more. Enter this code, or you don't win this amount of money. If you see make mistake, but and I go you don't go so. So we meet back tomorrow at 11 in the safe hands of Nafisa, so they can continue the next conversation. Continue for Still Truth Media, and my name is Amadou Lamgana Ba, and at the left with me guest Monica left Nafisa, so they continue the next set of the conversation. Have a lovely day and continue with the program.
The National Protected Area Authority (NPAA), when at the office where government set up for look after protected area them na the country, they want all man where they buy land, build house, cut stick, burn charcoal, mine, cut mangrove, na the wetland.
Up the hill them
for tapa 110 because the law go bet you tranga one where you go pay boku money or go jail, and self you go pay the money and same way so you go the jail. So no say they no want you now for the tomorrow bambai. So if you see person they do them bad thing they are na the wetland or protected area na the country, now for report them na the National Protected Area Office where they near you. So if we see caterpillar or motocar them where they go back filling the wetlands them, we go seize them and the law go bet you tranga one. So protect the environment for protect yourself.
This message comes to you from the National Protected Area Authority (NPAA).
In the heart of Sierra Leone's dynamic rhythm, Rocal Commercial Bank is your beat to a brighter financial future. We're not just a bank, but we're your financial partner committed to your success. We've got the financial tools you need to rise higher. Our team is here to serve you with speed and a smile because your time matters to us. So, are you ready to unlock financial prosperity? Highlighting key banking services such as Keke loans, Combra account, fixed deposits, SME loans, internet and corporate banking, from savings that grow your dreams to loans that fuel your ambitions. Demonstrating fast and friendly customer service. Showcasing cutting-edge banking technology and ATMs. Access your money anytime, anywhere with our state-of-the-art technology and a network of ATMs. Our Rocal SimCopper app puts banking in your hands, where you can pay for EDSA, Afri Money, Orange Money, and pay bills including school fees and make transfers to other bank accounts. Remember, you can also experience Rocal e-banking today. Then join us now. Visit any of our branches or explore our website. Rocal Commercial Bank, your bank of choice.
Morning and welcome back to the final segment of the Truth Morning Devotion. My name is Nafisa Tola Nkadin, and we can talk about female genital mutilation, the implementation of a particular ruling where the ECOWAS Court of Justice Pingi last year, July 8th. Last year by this time, so many publicity be there around a particular clause where Parliament of Sierra Leone been pulled inside the Child Rights Act, the recent one where the President of Sierra Leone be assent to. Inside the Child Rights Act, the name say traditional harmful practices. Now in the FGM is not explicitly named in the act. So many advocates them, anti-FGM advocates them, the advocates for make they remove that clause there, but be happen, and we can't talk about the particular case we get for deal with Khadija Balima Aliyu, where the forum of harmful practices be carried at the ECOWAS Court of Justice with others, and then be represented by human rights practitioner Wayna Eleanor Thompson, where they between at the studio today, and also the national coordinator of the Forum Against Harmful Practices, Ishmael Cole. Good morning and welcome to the program, Eleanor.
Good morning, Afisatu.
Good morning.
Good morning, Fambule.
Good morning, Mr. Cole, and welcome to the interview. So we get a video about the Minister of Information in position. It talk about the position of government around the legal interpretation of FGM, and say the courts will tell you if FGM, because it didn't say traditional practices, if FGM not they part the law. So we go get that video there now for me to get small understanding about the issue.
It's a very contentious issue. An issue where a lot of people don't debate the issue about FGM and government position. You speak for government. I know you know one person before you join government, a very strong campaigner against FGM and protecting women and girls, a feminist, if I could say. What's in a government position on what's in entail presently?
The position of His Excellency the President and the Cabinet is clear and unequivocal. We want for make no picking, no girl below the age of 18 be subjected to any form of within people that they call FGM, where some people then will say female circumcision or whatever the practice, whatever you choose for color. Then at the position of the government. Twice the position on coming for cabinet, twice it's been voted, twice it's been overwhelmingly endorsed. That's our position. The way the government of Sierra Leone they work, the executive can get a position. We'll get separation of powers. We'll get the legislature. Me and a part of the people who have been they go to parliament for advocate for push for this law. But in a democracy too, the people then get to say. And the people like representative in this case, my own position is they not outright reject that. They remove the very specific clause.
Exactly.
But they left enough there, in my opinion, will give you the tools for use the courts for make a determination, say indeed, the position of government, when at the position of the executive, supposed for also be the position of the law. For subject kids to certain practice system, we other people then go call.
As the law is it presently, you satisfied with them?
I would like, look, the law will be once, not being for an express ban. Me, not will be once. That's what cabinet wanted. That's what the president.
Because they could not have signed it.
No, because that is not how the law works. I know plenty of people don't talk this.
Yeah.
That child rights bill, the Child Rights Act, contains so many things.
Yeah.
Child trafficking, protecting children, like so many things, regulating adoption, like so many things. Why go in a battle with Parliament, where Parliament don't make clear, we don't do so many engagements, say no, this cannot pass. Then no go agree for that clause there. So you want to throw the entire child rights regime.
Maybe the president could have engaged them and
but
say,
we did.
Yeah, we want this.
I know say the activists rightly they're not happy, and they know say I'm with them in spirit, and I'm with them 100% on this issue. But the way the governance works, president not to they be an activist on one issue. President have to think about the whole issue. Child rights is a big thing. We don't spend years to work on reviewing that law there. And then the president sees Parliament make some compromise on one language where a lot of we believe say it's too opaque, it's too vague. We would have loved a clear determination, but we didn't get it. But we know they say the president signed that entire bill there because of that, because the bill contains so many other great things. So what do they do? We get different tools that are available to we, both in the executive and as my friends in the activism space. We pursue that law, that pathway. We'll get so many people in the come forward. It will be a legitimate case. And hopefully at some point, the courts will make a determination very clearly. We will say anybody who do this to a child will be committing a crime. Once the courts don't rule that, that also becomes part of a jurisprudence.
There is a case at ECOWAS court. There's been a ruling against government, and yes. So what's in a government position?
I think for the sake of just public decency, I don't for comment on that case, say, because I've been involved in the case. I mean, I've been one of the institution I've been be part of, and I've been one of the people that will be bringing the case kind of ECOWAS. So I think it's only fair that somebody else within government for engage on that particular issue there. Okay. But I don't tell you the position of the government of Sierra Leone on a very specific issue, on this issue of whether we should have an explicit ban on FGMC against minors. That's the position of cabinet, was clear and done, and that position was approved by cabinet and taken to parliament. But we were engaged in a democracy where you have to do these engagements, where you have to also say the parliaments get their own way, then they do their own work. And again, I disagree with parliament on this issue. I've been very clear on that because I represent the executive, and the executive had a position. They disagreed with us, but we are going to find another way to get the same outcome.
To court or not to court, FGM na issue we get controversy. You get this side when they say not tradition, you get this side where they say it's violence, it's bad. We will get also another video from the Minister of Gender, Dr. Aissata Mahoy, on imposition on FGM.
Thank you very much. Yes, we'll start with the issue of FGM. If everybody been they follow the discourse, since 2023 to this particular moment, we don't try as a ministry, because now we get the mandate for protect picking them and also support initiatives the way they empower, especially gender group. We get man, woman, we get young people them. But specifically, we focus more on women. Does not mean that we're not working with men, because we get programs the way we call Men Engage. We get one with a Real Man campaign. We get all the one in the way they try for bring man them together for make them able for help for change the attitudes. This is now one of the things then, because we know how much FGM linked with early marriage and teenage pregnancy. It get direct link. Not the way you go use way they left the other one. Especially in a society like Salo, we get over 83% of the women, and then our last data where they tell we say 83% of we people between age 15 and 49 don't go through FGM. That's alone. And the reason also, me I always talk say I'm a product of early marriage. Me mama, they married them. We been very young. We born me. So I know exactly waiting at the them, waiting in mean. I can like for tell me real life story. So when all of these things are mentioned, when you talk about them harmful cultural practices, it can always deep down they hit me. And then I think they were not the joke with at all. As a Minister for Gender and Children's Affairs, when I see the step what we take in the first place for put the law together, the law where we call the Child Rights Act, where we're not able to pass the FGM clause inside, because Parliament thinks say they're not ready for put that clause there. But me think say now the courts get for determine waiting na the clause with the inside where they protect picking them from harmful cultural practices. It did it. Hide. We only do what we wait for how for let the law set a precedent on that. Notwithstanding, we are doing community engagement. As I talk to una, so we don't renew or review the end FGM strategy. And from 2015 thereabouts, there has been a communique signed with people practicing FGM, whether they associate them with Bondo, because always then they associate them. For let the government look bad for say government one for Bondo. We are not touching Bondo. Bondo na your tradition on its own. But the link where it gets with FGM, now we own problem. Because FGM, we call it harmful because it falls under harmful practices. When you look at the definition of harmful practices you defend FGM under, you defend child marriage, you defend teenage pregnancy, a lot of them then they under there. So for me, what we want as government now for how we dey protect we pikin them, we no want for look at the cultural things them, the traditions. We no want for pull am. No, me na pikin when I chief born me, so me na chief by myself, and I know the tradition then dey. So for me believe say FGM because it harmful, because it inflict pain, because it hamburg health-wise from pikin, we say we want people who dey below age 18 years at least, let we left them. When the person don't pass 18 years, he can decide for himself whether he wants for good. But we don't try as we dey engage communities as at now. We don't review the FGM, the national FGM strategy. So all of this now we dey use for rollout in our communities them. And thank God for we partner the way they help for support that side there.
Welcome back. We don't get that video there from the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs on imposition on female genital mutilation, where other groups then they refer to as Bundu. You know, there is the Sowe Council where they refer to as Bundu, and they even fen and degrading for say female genital mutilation. And you get other groups where they call them female genital mutilation because for them it's violence, for them they pose threat, you know, to woman and girl picking them. We also get a video report we I do last year. Last year by this time, boku publicity be there around the issue of FGM, and even parliaments be pull a disclaimer say they not criminalize FGM. There is no punishment for FGM. Nobody, they fine nobody, they need jail nobody. There was a disclaimer where Parliament put out around the time, and also now around this time back last year, the ECOWAS Court of Justice be deliver that particular ruling on the case of Khadija. But we get a report where I be do last year where Khadija come out publicly for the first time for talk about in ordeal.
September 16 this year, purposeful in the Forum Against Harmful Practices in all a press conference, where one woman named Khadija been called on the government for implement an ECOWAS ruling where the ECOWAS Court of Justice been gave. Inside July this year, Khadija been filed a case against the government of Sierra Leone because, according to her, in 2016 September, them be all am by force and them be cut am. That thing where with man then they call female genital mutilation, FGM. The ECOWAS courts been find out say the government of Salone failed for protect the rights of Khadija and other women and girl picking them because they not criminalize the female genital mutilation. Inside the press conference, Khadija talk say he wants justice for what them be do to her, and he beg Papa government for comply with the ECOWAS ruling and also for stop FGM and for compensate them as well.
Conversation we get to around the implementation of that particular ruling, the way that woman be the call for make government comply on. It's a year now, today July 8th. As I said earlier, we did in the studio with Eleanor Thompson, we a human rights practitioner, where now the council will be represent Forum Against Harmful Practices. Now the case now the ECOWAS Court. Welcome again, Eleanor, to the program. So for make people understand what's in the ruling, I want to make you like explain what's in the ECOWAS Court of Justice been say, what's in the ruling we then give against the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Yeah. Thank you again, Nafisatu, and Fambulem. On a good morning. The ECOWAS Court been look inside this case where Forum Against Harmful Practices, Purposeful, and Khadija too, where you just get it from, going before the court. And really this case, now for own justice, Khadija injustice, but also for all the girl picking and woman in a salon, where either don't be subjected to FGM, where consider them harm, and the one way at risk, they at risk for let them be subjected to FGM. Now I make FAP and Purposeful being inside the case. And the reason we make us at the start from that place there, now because na then they frame the kind violation them where we allege na the case, and where the ECOWAS courts ultimately not say Salone don't violate. So first of all, Salone na party to different human rights treaties na Africa. So the Maputo Protocol, where na the one for women there na Africa, and the African Children's Charter, the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child. Inside the treaty, then they win a law them, where Salone self sign, ratify, you get explicit obligation where Salone take for say as a country, we not just work for ban certain harmful practices or certain practices, but also we undertake for criminalize them, and we undertake for let them not happen again na Salone. And one of them na female genital mutilation, and he did it explicitly na the Maputo Protocol, and also did it na the African Children's Charter. So the fact that this happened to Khadija, and the fact that it happened on such a large scale to so many girl picking there, and even women there na Salone, forcefully, should say Salone not they do wetin is supposed for do for ensure say FGM not they happen na Salone. So the court fair not say Salone don't violate that obligation day. And then also in terms of Khadija, wetin happened to him specifically, the court fair not say this forceful FGM where they do Panam. The states, even though not an individual or individual then do them, but the states get responsibility because the states not been done criminalize this practice or try to stop this practice in the country. So they fair not say they don't violate in rights for to imposing, for let imposing be secure in rights to dignity and for be free from inhuman and degrading treatment, and also in rights for get access to justice, because the after them forcefully cut them, this case been there all over. The police them know the same way been there hospital self. Now make even get calls for runaway go other country. But the government not do nothing for try for investigate or fair not waiting happen and for bring to book the one away do this to them. And so the courts fair not say then they self na a violation. And the courts order not so just for let the government compensate in the Khadija and investigate and bring to book the one away do this to them, but also that Salone for explicitly ban and criminalize FGM. Now we lost them, and that Salone for also undertake educational, socio-economic, and other programs and policies for ensure say FGM come on a Salone completely. So now Dande the courts decide and order, and most importantly, the courts go beyond even waiting me in all me work as a human rights lawyer. All the case then where I don't do before the ECOWAS courts, where we don't bring the landmark case then where I don't argue before the ECOWAS courts. I no be ever imagine say the courts go as far as it go for declare say FGM now one of the worst forms of violence against women. And so the courts not just give a ruling in terms of the human rights way Salone for be responsible for, we don't be violated, but also the courts go so far as for set that standard say we no dey tolerate na this West Africa region we no dey tolerate this kind action because na violence and na one of the worst form of violence where you can ever do to woman.
So you don't already give a detailed explanation of what the ruling mean. So what implementation require of the government?
Well, first of all, I mean, you get thing away, we go say na low-hanging fruits or where the more immediate remedies. For instance, the compensation to Khadija. The courts order for pay the government for pay 30,000 United States dollars to the government really for already don't get a fund, and I know say na the national budget every year we the government the budget line at least at, in previous budgets them you can get a line for access to justice, but the government no say constantly then they get case them not to just na ECOWAS courts but other forum them where something they go get for pay compensation. So for say the government not able pay that compensation day, that amounts the way where we compare to waiting the government they spend and some other things them really na nothing. Then case already day na we courts prosecution where the government for able take up continue na private prosecution. But the government, for able to take up that case, they investigate and prosecute as the state, the one way don't do this to Khadija. Unfortunately, it don't be 1 year, the government not make that move there. And so, dan they serve now an easy opportunity for let the government say or show the commitment for implementing ruling. The legal reforms, unfortunately, government missed the opportunity there. And this ruling come out just few days after Parliament passed the Child Rights Bill. President's been get the opportunity, as we don't hear, for able say we know they sign this into law till we able comply with an order from an international court where we bound for implement. And so I think say as much as we don't hear the excuse from government, some steps then they were really not difficult for the government for take if political will they. And we need for able see say the action, the follow all the talk where we don't hear it from different government officials.
So Ishmael Cole, the forum against harmful practices, the lead, this case that the ECOWAS Court of Justice. It's 1 year now, July 8th today. What thing the government don't do with regards to implementing that particular ruling the way the ECOWAS Court of Justice being given?
Well, thank you very much. From the side of the Forum Against Harmful Practices, we could just say we see very much weak attempt by the government of Sierra Leone for work towards compliance of the ruling. And I think say, just like we Eleanor don't lay the premise about the court ruling, and this now be a very big opportunity because the current president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, when President Bio, he doubled as the chairman of the ECOWAS. So this now be a big opportunity, and that asks a lot of questions. Is it that they themselves, that is the ECOWAS heads of state, we get this, we are under the jurisdiction of the ECOWAS Commission, get this court of justice? Is it that they don't believe in their own court? That's the very big question somebody may want to ask. Because if presidents double as the chairman of ECOWAS, and like what Leone said in the first place, this ruling come the time when they discuss about the Child Rights Act, the reviewed version. And we be the and say it wouldn't be a very big opportunity in the first place. And it's really a very big missed opportunity again for us as a country. So normally when things like they come, then the government, the ECOWAS court, they work with through the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. The Forum Against Harmful Practices and partners them, because by the way, we in a movement, we've got about 40 organizations across Sierra Leone working on ending early marriage, teenage pregnancy, and with specific emphasis on ending female genital mutilation. So we do a lot of follow-ups for monitor the ruling of the courts. And we being careful engage through a legal team, the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, because that's the mainline ministry of our work. We also careful engage some of the international partners there. We may also get for engage the Attorney General and Minister of Justice for remind them, because like I say, the document can directly to the Minister, to the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. And a lot of, we've really been see an open discussion with them, you know, and we've been see we look very frank, you know. But even recently in February, the ECOWAS court came to Sierra Leone as a follow-up. They may get a bilateral engagement. We be able to meet with them, interface with them at Lagunda Hotel. And in that discussion, we'll go get with them. It was very much appalling for say, because I've been raised the question, say, if they don't hear it, because the main person of contact are the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. They're not able to get any response steady from the main person, you know, the Minister or Attorney General's office, in terms of acknowledging and try for say now these steps here for give them progress report as at how the matter they go in terms of compliance. So and we they see therefore very weak effort, political will in the fight against FGM, and we they also see say there is a lot of inconsistency, because look, listening to the clips them and other social media pronouncements them from public officers them, you see the inconsistency, you also see some amount of unaccountability, and for also try for work on having stronger laws in the fight against FGM. Though we want to acknowledge and say some efforts they don't make, for example, the passing of the GUE, the prohibition of child marriage, some of them things act or don't pass, but I so much admire waiting and love waiting the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs just present, how FGM link to like early marriage and also teenage pregnancy, because it's key. So much dove me heart to we come for raise the issues boldly and clearly, because we have been into this for quite a long time. Even with what people are, well, in terms of law, I think the law should not be very much ambiguous. the law for be very much clear that we for able to see and clearly. The law not for hide. Because one side of the coin go say, oh, even in terms of the pronouncement of government they make in terms of say, we've got some laws about protecting children that are below 18. I am yet to see any legal provision for that, right? And by the way, the government of Sierra Leone, for no say, they obliged for take responsibility and accountability. Because if you go to even chapter 3 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone, right, we talk about the fundamental human right and also talk about the freedom of individuals there. Specifically, like you look at section 16, right, we tell you about your right to life, right? You look at section like 20, we tell you for say nobody will be subjected to inhuman treatment. You look at even up to section like 27 of that particular chapter there, we tell you say somebody not will be subjected to anything discrimination. So, and you see like within the landed lawyer just say, for say, the courts, ECOWAS courts, look at what happened in terms of FGM, and he say FGM a degrading treatment, and they look and say now one of the worst form of violence against women and girls. Right? So they even call them say now he gets a stronger situation for connect them to torture. So the government of Sierra Leone will not have a go, we get other international laws them where the government don't sign to. But with specific like the CEDAW, the Convention of the Rights of the Child, the Sustainable Development Goals, all of them where I talk about how for work on eliminating harmful traditional practices, including female genital mutilation. But specifically on in terms of the Maputo Protocol, we them discuss in the Sierra Leone Parliament and ratify without any reservation. So the government for take accountability. We they talk say the Forum Against Harmful Practices is not oblivious of the fact say female genital mutilation is an entrenched cultural practice. We know that. Say it has been here for quite a long time. But change for calm when we don't be informed on the human rights violation aspect of harm, on the health impact of harm, and of course let us don't go far into other things them in terms of the economic aspect of other things them, but specifically on the human rights. And also you look at on the health impact of harm, I think say these are very much clear stance where government for take. But as we speak, despite the pushing, the legal team there which we don't send a lot of letters them to the accountable people who are responsible, but as we speak, we not see no progress it. Even recently, when the last they been get the last summit in Nigeria, FAP, Purposeful, and the other litigants, when Khadija, we be up for take a step for going to Nigeria, for go present this particular document to the chairman of ECOWAS, but we missed the opportunity. So to we've been thinking and say coming to Sierra Leone for don't be a golden opportunity for we. Despite to get plans them ahead, but we can't see now how ring-fenced the summit will look like, because they say when the heads of state then they come, they go just tap na lungi and then go do everything, and they're not going to able to interface with the people of Sierra Leone, right? Because when they did na lungi, it's like a secluded area. But if, for example, therefore don't come along the street of Sierra Leone, if you even know if you get a chance to see them, but maybe if you don't team up some side, we say look at us here, therefore get attention for know what is happening in the country. But it's really unfortunate that it has to be arranged this way, that they can just be in lungi, They drop there from their planes and then have their summit and then fly back to their countries. So this is what is happening. But as I speak, nothing not been with tangible we don't get from the government of Sierra Leone in terms of compliance to the ruling of the ECOWAS Court of Justice.
Okay. So the forum against harmful practices, they say governments not comply to this ruling. They not even respond to this particular ruling. It's no official response, no longer get any tangible one. So as a human rights practitioner, Eleanor, whose message will this send to perpetrators then, this silence on this particular ruling? What are the message will it send to perpetrators then on the issue of female genital mutilation or bundle?
Well, it is send a clear message, say, this you can continue for courts and cause harm to girl picking them, because now then are the majority of people and where they be subjected to FGM, and also that you can continue for do harm forcefully to woman there. Khadija na be adults the same way this be to them, and we don't even see some recent cases then we we get allegation say they do FGM to women there. To the credit of the government, we see a decisive action where they charge that matter day to court. It even come up this week. And the government decide for send that matter directly to the High Court and not go through preliminary, investigation at the magistrate court. It go directly to High Court. So then they tell you, we say, if the government wants for, then they're able to take decisive, strong action against FGM for all people accountable or prosecute people in way they're not accused of FGM. But we not see that they one as I've been saying, private prosecution currently they where the states for able to take over. We not see that they, but also so many other cases than they where we they able use we own laws currently because we not currently get an explicit ban yet. For prosecute people and for wounding with intent, assaults occasioning actual bodily harm, kidnapping, attempted murder, or even sexual offenses, because we did talk about a part of the body when a sexual organ, and where we currently get laws then where they criminalize anybody where touch another person in sexual organ without in consent, and especially for pikine. And we get the what we go say a no tolerance policy on that, not a policy self. We law they make and say person where they under the age of 18 not even able consent for let you touch na in sexual organ there. And for cuts picking a girl picking in clitoris, now that's exactly you they do. So the double standard day, and so long as that double standard day, and so long as we know they see decisive action from the government, whether not for whether not more prosecutions, whether not the law, the fact that we not get an explicit ban, or other actions, so long as we not get any of the kind of action in it from the government, it is send a strong message of impunity. It is send a message to the one where they do and say you can do a left buff. It is send a message say if you get political or social connections, nothing not get for happen to you. Continue. It is send a message say we as Salon, even when we sign up to international treaty. Now we say go sign nobody not force we for go ratify then treaty then and an African treaty there. That we not get for actually comply with the commitments and where we they make. It is send a message say all the talk where we dey talk but say we a law abiding nation, a nation of the rule of law, that's we dey honor with international obligations. All not just talk. We actually not get for back down they up with action. And all them thing and they not they just damage Salone with reputation and the reputation of the one them where they in position them for actually fet for actually uphold this the laws and so, but also and comply with the rulings, but also it is send a message say Salone na a country where we dey tolerate harm against woman and girl pikin, where we know they protect we woman there and we girl pikin there. We can talk say oh we don't make advancements for we don't advance woman and rights, but if we know they actually sit down there in practice, all the talk no mean nothing. And so now they message and we actually they send as a country.
So if compliance on this for implement this particular ruling like still they stall after all this not happen, wasn't that the accountability tools the owner will use like for pressure the government for comply to this ruling?
Well, I mean, as a lawyer, I mean, obviously, you get for go by the tools where they, not the law. The ECOWAS courts now a court where not to say you get, like appeal body or you get, the na part of an intergovernmental body. So the states them self the member states now then get for implement, but ECOWAS get different mechanisms for put pressure on the encompassing member states them. Then get sanctions regime, although most of the Sunday governments then never utilize them one and they except for certain political situation where we can see coup d'etat and then kind of thing but outside of waiting in at the law and the political process where we they deal with, where you they deal with an intergovernmental body, you they deal with a political process. I think the strongest advocacy tool where we get and where FAP and other campaigner then don't they utilize now for le woman and girl pikin we affected for them self for talk, for them self for come out. We see where Khadija able come out, not so just for talk, but what happened to him. A very, very painful experience. But also for get the courage for carry that case they gonna the ECOWAS court. And not just give attention to this problem na Salone, but the world able see waiting the happen na Salone. And so I think say at the community level, woman and especially girl pikin or teenage activists and advocates there already they speak out. They educate and accompany them. They one day now the I think most powerful voice them where we get at present. But governments get for able listen to the people them. Governments get for listen to them voice and they. If you say you want for advance or protect woman and girl pikin there, listen to them. Where then they talk to you, where then they tell you about their experience, where then they tell you about what they want for themselves, then vision for their own development na the country. And I think say Dande for me na the most powerful tool we get.
Ishmael Cole, there are certain groups them where they see FGM as something where, you know, they say Bondona culture, you get groups the way they see this ruling as something where, not to something where they consider, say, it's right, it's good, because most of them they see Bondo as culture, you get people the way they say, this is now tradition. What are you message to them people and the way they see this ruling as an attack on their culture or their tradition, rather than what you want to talk about when our protection of rights?
In the Sierra Leonean context of FGM, that it make we even fight against FGM very much dark and very much difficult a little while, because other countries then they do FGM without being enshrined into any secret society. Unlike Sierra Leone, FGM is enshrined into a powerful secret society for women we call the Bondo or Sunday. So, but however, very significant efforts don't be made in trying to reduce the prevalence rate of the practice. Because even when you go through what happened in the Sierra Leone Demographic Health Survey report, it been there up to 90%, you know. What the recent one in 2019 shows say we get about 83% prevalence rate. And FAP believes say if any survey is to be conducted in the near future now, we'll get to see a very serious decline of the prevalence rate, because we don't do a lot of community engagement programs there, to a point that which was impossible before this time, because nobody goes into the Bondo society and come out without being caught. It is happening now through the safe alternative rite of passage, you know. So people for understand say it is not FAP, right? It's not about a Western culture. The idea about the condemnation of female genital mutilation has a base, and the base is scientific, and the base is having a human rights lens. Now, looking at the scientific, WHO described female genital mutilation as the process will involve the cutting, whether the partial or total, of the female genitalia or other part of the woman in private parts, then with a caveat, say for non-medical reasons. So now we get them first. People, oh, these are just campaigners, oh, these are culture. Let us see it from that lens. It's not us, it's WHO. And I believe, say, after God, we help that WHO, they look at them in terms of how doctors are trained, in terms of how medical directives then they come up from, even when Ebola struck, COVID-19, right? How equipment are designed, how medication is prepared. WHO get all the standards then. So WHO in the first place, tell you say the process for which FGM is performed has no medical reasons. So let's look at from that lens there first, right? And looking at it, you get a lot of things that we will reveal out of why the practice then say it gets the impact and effect on the well-being of women and girls. So, like I say, despite government don't they do a lot of efforts them, but we at the Forum Against Harmful Practice believe say, what is protection for women and girls when we know how to protect the dignity, the health, right, and the freedom of women and girls? So in all of these, FGM in ending in elimination is key. It's key. You want to look and say, oh, now a cultural practices, culture not for armed person. The laws of the land tell you, say, like I tell you about even the constitution of Sierra Leone, right? It tell you, say, not for armed person. Person for getting freedom, you not for discriminate person. Because we all know at community level, there is discrimination for those that are caught and those that are uncaught. And some are even prevented from taking part into the political space or maybe making decisions at community level. But like I say, so much has been done at community level. Because if the Forum Against Harmful Practices, they go to the extent through community engagement, dialoguing with people, bringing out issues on the harmful effect of the practice, to a point that some communities, then they go to the extent, then they broke a whole bondo bush for we go come and provide their FAP partners, they will come and build schools them for give them support for more kind of development of the community. That means to say change is happening. If, like I say, before this time, nobody goes to the bondo bush and come there as an uncaught girl. It's not possible. But now it is happening. I think we've got about 7 successive alternative rites of passage across Sierra Leone. We don't do that Putloko, we don't do that Tane Chiefdom, na Tonkolili, we don't do that Kayamba Chiefdom, na Moyamba, we don't do na Nyawalenga, na Bodi Street. You know, we don't do across, we don't do na Makeni, and there's one pending again, we'll get invited to now all again, we'll witness na Putloko. Right? So it is happening at community. Change is happening. People are owning the process. But people still continue to blindfold people with some are using a cheap way as low-hanging fruits of trying to gain votes from people, which is not good. The bodies of our women and girls should not be traded for votes. Because a good number of people, when they come about using, oh, it's our culture, their daughters are not caught. But because of some kind, well, somebody can call it to say it can be like a selfish interest, right? Because of you just want to get something from the people. And they, look, government has promoted a very beautiful program, the free quality education. Can people go and support it? The schools then need some things, and government not going to provide almost everything. But those that want to come into power, or maybe they've got some influence at community level, they're influential people, you can go and support this flagship project of the government. The First Lady is doing so much well in terms of the Hands of Our Girls. But let me tell you, both the Hands of Our Girls program and the free quality program is being derailed as a result of FGM. We go to one community recently. The time we picking they go to school, they did a Bundo house. We went to Kailao, it happened there. We had to raise concerns to the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Gender. Because when we go to the ground, we go meet the situation and say they picking them, then trapped into the Bundo houses them. So most of them progress their way government initiatives and they do. FGM, they derail them. And by the way, at community level, right at those provincial areas, those hard to reach communities, most times it is the suitors. I will just to justify what the minister says, Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs. He say one of the reasons then for FGM, now a driver for teenage pregnancy and early marriage, because most times now even the suitors them, that is the one they want can marry the picking them. Now then they go support the initiation of the girl child. So by the way, by the time they don't know for doing that initiation now, Madam don't go have married us. So you see the issue. So what we are saying here is, if we continue to have these issues about looking at like a lukewarm attitude in ending FGM, right? And then we do not bring out stronger laws. We see what's happening. When Parliament passed the Revised Child Rights Act 2025, the minister was very much overwhelmed, and we all be overwhelmed, despite, of course, we at FAP, we in a zero tolerance. We say yes to the monoculture. And by the way, last year back say, we at FAP not day against the Bondo culture. What we day against now the FGM, because I don't give justification from the medical point of view, from the human rights point of view, from even legal point of views them. We don't tell you but say the practice harmful, right? So we say yes to the noble values of the Bondo culture and no to female genital mutilation, which is why we promote the alternative rite of passage. So when eventually government can pass, because there were a lot of contradictions. One school of thought, they say, oh, they don't pass, say no picking up or go on by FGM where they below age of 18. When you can sit back, like how you said, just present a loud clip, they will just send this now. Where parliaments come, we make a disclaimer, say no part of the document not say so. Despite still the minister is saying it. But the law should not be ambiguous. It will be clear. But the bottom line here is, we see what happened just after them passed the Child Rights Act. Mass initiation will take place this past December. We see on social media, most of the initiations that will happen now picking them where they below 18 years. So if we try to look at them where they are, for they look at the people them, because of political reasons them, because of election business they come, and therefore they try to compromise the lives of people. Look, we don't record a lot of people who don't die inside Bondo bushes. The facts are there. Even recently, we get another case within a Cambia. We don't come out we did Cambia from the magistrate court now to High Court.
Mr. Cole, you mentioned argument on ending FGM. You focus on health, on other social issues they will get for those girl picking them. What if you say they are at stake for woman and girl picking in a salon? Your final message?
Well, government for take stringent measures them in line with regional and international conventions them, and try and work towards having stronger laws and strong commitment in ending female genital mutilation. Rather than, of course, I also want to say the ECOWAS Court of Justice ruling, now a landmark ruling, now a very good ruling, not just for Sierra Leone, but for the sub-region. So therefore, I think say this now an opportunity where government for use and try to work towards. We, of course, are to the Forum Against Harmful Practice, not they in a rush for a law. We want to get more awareness, more about raising the harmful effect of the practice, but government work towards having stronger commitment and laws in ending FGM in Sierra Leone, and also for comply to the ruling of the ECOWAS Court of Justice where they make on the FGM case in Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cole. So Elino, finally, waiting this, if they comply to this ruling, what it will mean for picking a salon and Umandem?
Well, it go mean say we able get a foundation for Umande and girl picking, for begin talk self, but the advancement of girl picking in our society, for the development of girl picking in our society. The reason we make the African Children's Charter and even we lost them, and even the section of the Child Rights Act where them passed, Section 19, they talk about the health, well-being, and mental welfare of picking them. Now, because Dande now the foundation for any society for able even develop, and we know say where we girl picking there develop, society they go before. So when you end the harm and address the harm, you they set that foundation they now for the positive. They set the negative again, the violence, and get for deal with Andy. So nadande we for once for strive for as a nation. We for once for set waiting at we own standard. This argument of culture versus human rights or whatnot, for me, I would say na a distraction or na something where they really pull away from the issues, because culture and human rights not so opposites. They're not so enemy. Culture, first of all, you get your rights for practice you culture, but the message where we also they send where we they say, oh, FGM or for courts, now we culture. Now that's we culture as Salon people them. Now a culture of violence, a culture of harm. And I'm not sure saying that message that we want for send. Anybody way being day during the war na saloon go no say wetin be and the kind violence, the kind harm where we see during the war. We no go ever say, oh, it happen na saloon, it be na saloon because now we culture, because we na violent people because we na people we no respect human rights or no respect woman we no respect people bodily autonomy where they go cut people limbs them. We no go ever say that but we self. So why we they do that day when it can't to FGM? So we self need for develop or we self need for establish for we self waiting now we own standard in terms of we culture for woman there and girl picking there where it can't to then development and advancement. And I go just end with what I think saying are the way forward. I want to acknowledge, within the Minister of Information and Communications say, but the fact that the government, the executive, want for try for seek a legal interpretation of Section 19 of the Child Rights Act 2025, where the Child Rights Act Section 19 basically they talk say picking up or be subjected to physical violence, including torture, other cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment or punishment, where go dehumanize or physically wound picking or bug in mental health. For seek interpretation of the now we courts, now good step, but now an interim or temporary measure at best. Even if we court them, say, okay, FGM, okay, this kind practice, FGM, fall under this provision, we still no go get an explicit ban, something where they criminalize them na law, where they attach punishments to that act day. Where you need forget for able eradicate standing a part of the process for let we get rid of FGM na this country. So that day I think saying a first step, but enough for negate any efforts by the government for ensure say we get a law just like how them pull a child marriage from the Child Rights Act and get a standalone law. Not stop the government for make efforts for do the same for FGM. Not like way then get a binding legal obligation for do so, and for investigate and prosecute like how they don't start so with this recent case. Other case than they we currently pending where the states for take up, and then other cases I sure say they way the states can as well prosecute. So then they as well now a way forward and go up for implement the ruling. And finally, one thing where we get for realize that ECOWAS court decision now the perfect like roadmap or guideline for the government for waiting them for do. Not to just waiting them for do in terms of the law and for investigate and prosecute, but it also order saloon for take administrative measures, for adopt socio-economic policies, for able eradicate FGM na saloon. And why are they important? Now because of what Mr. Cole talk, but how people and they use FGM or for courts picking there as a source of livelihood, or the tickets for enter, or politics or sustaining stuff by politics. But if they address the socio-economic issues, them, if you deal with anything and if you educate people them, but harms, but the rights and then kind thing and we able solve this problem not to just at a legal level, but a social level.
So while a certain group they see female genital mutilation as a problem, you get another group where they see as tradition, but then say tradition not for harm, culture not for harm. We want to say plenty thank you to you, Eleanor Thompson, for where you joined me today, and I took more in devotion for talk about the implementation of this ECOWAS ruling, and also many thanks to Ishmael Cole from the Forum Against Harmful Practices for where we don't get this conversation as this ruling don't make 1 year now where then be delivered. Me will bring this final segment of the Truth Morning Devotion to you. My name is Nafisa Tola in Cardin. We will come back to you tomorrow with the Truth Morning Devotion. I want to say, don't forget to say na truly last, be a law-abiding citizen, and tata.
Respect to all massive and cool. It's been a long time you've been away from home. That's why me come back. When me sing things like me bring you these conscious reggae vibes. Jah be my guide, Rastafari.
Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We are in suit and tie, and dirty character. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cockembull, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. You meet the water dirty, you know it make you settle. And then you jump beside, you don't dirty and more. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. Salon they go behind, who that now we go believe. Oh, this na wrong side life, now we dey live so. If they all a thief, who that now we go believe. This na wrong side life, now we dey live so. Sorry, say na sana, self say na sorry. This na wrong side life, now we dey live so. Who say a rata, who that get his character. The cap side life, now we dey live so. Salon they well, then just a pan story. Things are go bad, who not the pan story.